The following is a sports presentation of Q100.
Springs Valley basketball's on the air. WFLQ Q100, the sports voice of the Valley, presents play coverage of the Springs Valley Holiday Tournament. Tonight's game between the Springs Valley Blackhawks and the Paoli Rams being by Orange County Quick Lube across from the Walmart in Paoli. Sullivan Financial, Raymond James and Associates Investments, Highway 60 and 9th Street in Mitchell. Smithville now offering DSL service to customers, another way to serve you better. Springs Valley Bank and Trust with offices in French Lick, Paoli, and Jasper. Springs Valley Meadows, formerly Medco, Highway 145 French Lick. Super Burger in Paoli. Come experience the best dressed burger in town. Trinkle Group Real Estate in Paoli. Look for the green and gold signs. And by Wolf Contracting just west of Paoli on County Road 275. And now let's join Q100's Mike Hamilton and Kevin Terrell.
From the Hawks Nest on the SV campus in French Lick, Indiana, this is Springs Valley High School basketball, where tonight the Blackhawks play in the championship game of their own holiday tourney as they take on their county and conference rivals, the Paoli Rams. Hello again, everyone. Mike Hamilton being joined by Kevin Terrell, and it is a rematch of last year's championship tilt, and what a thriller we had. It went to an extra session. The Rams were able to hold on to the victory. What was interesting, they went on to an 18-point victory in the regular season match 3 weeks later, so certainly that first game not an indication of things to come. Tonight, though, both these teams come in on a roll as they have dispatched each of their two pool opponents, Paoli knocking off Shoals and Vincennes Reveille. The Blackhawks having little problems with Orleans and especially none with New Washington today to set up this matchup, the 91st meeting between these two schools, and what a matchup we should be treated to here tonight. Kevin Terrell.
Well, you got two high-powered offensive teams, particularly for this area. Springs Valley at 6-1, scores nearly 60 a game, and they've been pretty consistent with their offensive output. Paoli scores a ton of points. They run up and down the floor. They shoot a lot of three-pointers. They press. They change defenses. They play high-octane, high-speed basketball. You talked about last year's results. I remember 2 years ago when Springs Valley beat Paoli on this floor for the first time in so many years. I remember Coach Cole leaving the game, leaving the court, irate at the officials, chasing them down the tunnel as Valley's crowd celebrated all over the place. The people from French Lick would love to celebrate again like that tonight and win their own holiday tournament. This is a battle between two longtime rivals, two really good Southern Indiana small school teams. Should be a lot of fun tonight here in the Hawks Nest.
Well, Springs Valley comes in with a record of 8-1. They are ranked 11th in Class A this week. They are also still perfect here at home at 5-0. Meanwhile, the Rams scored an 8-2 record. They have lost to a couple of really strong teams in Linton and Tell City, but still have a glossy away from home. Again, Kevin, it's going to be a situation where Valley will be going up against a team that has much bigger size.
No doubt about that. There's a lot of size, strength. The football program at Paoli pays dividends. They get in the weight room a lot, and they gain a lot of strength. And these are names that we have seen in many sports for many years. We've got Bosley out there. We've got Ty Lawson again. We've got Carmichael. We've got Charlie Meredith. We've got another Minton on the team. So again, they just pay these high-powered athletes. But Valley's program has really started to turn around under Coach Leitsman, and it's been a strong traditional power Springs Valley is turning into. If that indeed happens with their strong year after year, game after game, decade after decade, this is going to set best rivalries potential already.
This evening, two county and conference once again. Springs Valley and Paoli in the championship game of the Springs Valley Holiday Tourney. Tip-off about 10 minutes out. We'll be joined by head coach Michael Leitsman on the Springs Valley Basketball Report. He'll join us after this short break. This is Springs Valley High School Basketball.
Signs may come and go, but one sign to watch out for that will always be there when you're buying or selling property is Trinkle Group Real Estate Paoli. You can count on Trinkle Group to help you find just the right home or property in the exact setting you're looking for. Multiple listing service with many residential and commercial listings in the area. Talk to Rosemary Trinkle or any of her agents, and they'll get to work for you right away. For real estate appraisals, just look for the green and yellow signs of Trinkle Group Real Estate in Paoli. Call 877-723-5593.
We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you. Trust. We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you. Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
This is Springs Valley boys coach Michael Leedsman, thanking you, our fans, for your continued support of Blackhawk basketball all season long.
This is the Springs Valley Basketball Report with head coach Michael Leedsman as the Blackhawks take on Paoli in the championship game of the Springs Valley Holiday Tourney. Well, Coach, good ring to that, certainly to be able to be playing for the title game. You did that with a solid victory earlier today over New Washington. They kind of hung around with you for a half, got it down to 8, and then, well, you guys just exploded there in that third quarter and were able to pull away from it.
Yeah, I think that third quarter was big for us, obviously, but we just finally started making shots. You know, I thought we got pretty good looks most of the game, but then that third quarter we were able to settle down and put them in the basket, and Carl Nelson kind of got us going, and I really thought, you know, the three-point shot kind of really separated us and put us in that big run, but I thought we were able to get the ball inside, and we did a really good job feeding Javon, and Javon did a really good job finishing in there. He had a career-high 19 points, but, you know, when teams are going to zone us, you know, we don't want to settle. I thought we did a great job of working it inside and then eventually kicking out and getting our three-point shooters going.
May not be a surprise to you, and I'm not making it sound like it is, but two very impressive stats. I think 19 of your 23 baskets last night against Orleans came with an assist. Today, I believe it was 22 out of the 32. Jackson Land, 10 assists in the contest. And then also out of your 44 points that you got on two-point field goals, 42 of those were in the paint. Yeah, and that's an amazing stat for stats. We always shoot for 15 assists, and the first couple of games were real close. We had about 13, 14, 12, but these last 4 or 5 games, we've been 15 or more, and that just kind of shows you that, you know, we're getting a little bit more comfortable. We're a little bit know a little bit more where our guys are supposed to be at, our teammates are supposed to be, and then our guys are knocking down shots. You know, you can't have an assist if the guy can't finish, and right now we've got guys finishing. So, you know, we're not really that kind of team that has that one stud, which we got some studs, but we don't have that one stud that's like, okay, go get us 2 points. You know, everything we do is within ourselves, and we rely on everybody. You know, and it sounds cliche, but we really do. Each and every person is very important that we put in there, and they all have a job to do, and they all do their jobs very well. Coach, you indicated after the Orleans game last night you were somewhat disappointed with the team's defensive play. Did you see any improvements in the New Washington game? No, I mean, it wasn't much better. I still thought we're just not locked in defensively, and I think it's probably a little bit to do with setting and what we're doing right now. I think we'll be locked in tonight, and we got to be locked in tonight, because if we're not locked in tonight, we're going to give up 100 points. And knowing our kids, they'll be locked in tonight, ready to go. But offensively, I think we're doing good things both nights, moving that basketball, shooting the basketball well. But defensively, you know, defense is what makes us go, and you can control defense, and sometimes you can't really control offense. So we got to make sure we're locked in defensively, and when we're locked in defensively, we're a good basketball team. Give us the scouting report on this Paoli team. Well, they're big and athletic. You got to rebound against them. You can't give them a lot of second chances. They hit the boards hard. They're gonna leak out, try to beat you in transition. We got to make sure we get safeties, but at the same time crash a little bit, try to make them pay for leaking out. You got to take care of the basketball. If you we don't want to make this necessarily a half-court game, because we like to get them down too, but we can't just have constant live ball turnovers. We can't, what we call pick twos. You know, we can't just throw it up in the air and let them take it down for the layup, because those are backbreakers. So we got to just take care of the basketball, take a pass and make a pass. Defensively, get back on defense and slow them down in transition, and then make them work in the half court. They're a good half-court team, but we're going to pick our poison and make them have to score in the half court rather than a 3-on-2, 2-on-1 fast break. So rebound, take care of the basketball is two big things, but at the same time, you know, Ty Lawson makes them go. Brett Bosley's a tough matchup, but, you know, they've also got the Mitten kid who's a handful. Clark has been our Achilles heel these last 2 years. He always steps up in his big shot. So there's a lot of things we got to do, but it all starts with rebounding and take care of the basketball. All right, coaches, a final thought. Went to overtime last year. They were able to nip you there at the buzzer, but the game that will really count, certainly in the conference standings, is still 3 weeks away, so it's nice to get a little preview of what this Ram team is about.
It depends. Well, last year it didn't help us. We played worse in the second time around, but sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. It's just kind of just how it falls. But right now, obviously conference is important to us. But right now we're focused on this game right here, and we really want this one. And if you really want something, you got to go out and earn it. And we're going to try to do that tonight.
All right, Coach. Thanks as always for the talk. Best wishes in the game tonight.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
And this has been the Springs Valley Basketball Report with head coach Michael Leitsman as the Blackhawks take on Paoli in the championship game of the Springs Valley Holiday Tourney. We'll have more of our pregame in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School Basketball.
Score big with the region's best internet deal for the best speed. Here's some great news. When you switch to Smithville for our nationally recognised internet service, you automatically get our best speed available. We don't sell speed tiers or data caps. So if you're tired of reading the fine print on internet speed, get Smithville's rock-solid internet platform. Go online today at switchtosmithville.com and get Smithville's best speed. That's switchtosmithville.com.
Back here at Springs Valley High School in French Lick, we had 4 games yesterday. We have played 4 games today. This 9th and final contest of the tourney, the championship contest between Springs Valley, who will be in white, and Paoli, who will be in purple. A classic matchup, 8-1 Valley, 8-2 Paoli, about set to lock horns. We're ready to take a look at the starting lineups in the contest. Here to give us the rundown, we turn it over once again to Kevin Terrell.
All right, I got the lineups. We'll go through them quickly. Paoli, 8-2 on the season. They go this way. Brett Bosley, 6'6" sophomore. Ashton Minton, a 6'2" senior. Both those kids will be major problems. Jordan Clark starts up front. He's a 6'1" senior. Ty Lawson, 5'10" and a senior, really makes them go at the point. And Hobie Bobbitt, and he rounds out their lineup, 5'10" and a junior. For Springs Valley, they go with Cole Cooper, 5'10" and a senior. Jordan Curtis, 5'11" and a junior. Jackson Land, a 5'11" senior, starts up front with them. Sean Tutt, 5'10" and a junior. And the leading scorer is Christian Tucker, 5'9" and a senior, for a rather smallish, everybody under 6-foot-tall lineup for the 8-1 Blackhawks of Michael Leitsman, who's really turned Springs Valley basketball around. He'll look to do something that has been proven very difficult for Springs Valley teams to do in the last 30 years. We've only defeated them 9 times. We've lost 29 of the attempts of beating them. So Paoli has had our number for the most part for the last 3 decades. We'll see if we can turn that around in this game tonight. This should be one heck of a matchup. All the eyes of Southern Indiana basketball are upon us tonight in the Hawks Nest. Paoli and Springs Valley hooking it up with a championship on the line. Should be a lot of fun tonight, Mike.
And you're right. When these two teams met a little less than 2 years ago, a 57-56 victory for the Blackhawks. As, again, a little bit of controversy down the stretch. It looked like Valley should have been called for a foul, which would have led to free throws and at least the opportunity for Paoli to come away with the victory. However, nothing was called, and the Hawks were able to hang on to the victory. Of course, a lot of Valley's defeats coming at the hands of Mike Brown, the longtime Paoli coach, but hopefully the Hawks have righted that and can start to pick up a few more victories. Our officials in the contest, the referee is Charlie Baumeister. The umpires are Tim Johnson and Dan Hupnagel. Valley in white, Paoli is in purple. Hawks move right to left here in this first half of play. Jordan Curtis, Brett Bosley to jump it up. Bosley controls the tap, and we are underway with tonight's championship encounter. Bosley has it deep on the left wing as Valley starts out in man. Here is Ty Lawson with the basketball. Bad pass stolen away by Tucker. He's on a break to the other end. He scoops it up and in. A good start for the Hawks as they get the steal and the layup, and Valley's on the board first.
High IQ Valley basketball there. They read the play, got the turnover.
And down the lane goes Bosley, but he misses the right-hand layup. Valley boards it, cuts the other way to Jackson Land. Drives the baseline, leans in, and I think he stepped out of bounds. No, we're going to have a foul here on Paoli. I think they got Jordan Clark as he tried to seal off Land along the baseline. Could not. And Clark will pick up the game's first personal, and already we're seeing, as expected here, Kevin, a high speed up there.
Whatever fear factor that used to exist between Paoli and Valley no longer is the case. Valley playing fearless.
Oh, and LaShawn Tutt, speaking of fearless, roars it down the lane with a hand in his face, able to get it up off the glass and in. And for whatever reason, the Hawks in all three games have gotten out of the gate strong. 9-0 on Orleans, 9-0 on New Washington. Here's a steal by Christian Tucker, and as he came in, Jordan Clark was able to swat that one out of bounds. But still a 4-0 start here for Valley, and a chance to increase that as Christian Tucker's had 2 steals now out along the perimeter.
He knows every play that Paoli's running. He's reading the passing lanes, jumping out there. Rams not looking him off. Good defense by Valley so far.
Cut into the lane, and he draws the 2-shot foul. Ty Lawson, I think, guilty of the foul, and that is the first on Lawson and the second now. And LaShawn Tutt earning a trip to the free throw line, and you figure at some point it'll come, Kevin, but LaShawn really struggling with his free throws, and he does get that one to go. It was short as it hit the front of the rim, but had enough muscle to crawl over the front of the rim and in.
Love the aggression LaShawn started the game with, living up to his nickname, the King, coming up big here in this championship game. Misses that back end of the foul shot, but Valley up 5 here, playing well early.
A little over a minute gone by. Here's Hobie Bobbitt looking for the backdoor alley-oop. Instead, they'll go to Clark, whose 3 is off the back iron. The rebound pulled out of there by Tucker. Ahead to Tutt. LaShawn stops on the left wing, skips it off now to Jackson Land. Land hands off now to Cooper, his first touch. Stops at the foul line, jumps it off to Tucker, moves it around now to Tutt. LaShawn isolated with Clark here. Looks for somewhere to go, jumps it off now around the perimeter to Tucker. Christian drives it, hands back to Tutt, swings it around to Cooper, to Jackson Land, as Paoli running a band like Valley. Hawks being patient to the baseline. Cooper,
nice
angle pass off to Tutt, 3 on the way, would not go. Tipped out long, grabbed by Lawson. He's on Bobbitt on a break to the other end. He lays it up good. It'll count, and a foul. That
good basketball by the Rams there to take advantage of the long rebound. Bobbitt got the tip out, took it all the way coast to coast. He'll go to the line, try to finish the 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
Christian Tucker called for the foul, trying to defend. And the free throw by Bobbitt is up around it is good. So he has the 3-point play, and just like that, Valley's lead goes from 5 to 2. Full court pressure. Hawks break it. Land works it into the front court. Sends it left side now to Cooper. Cole on the left wing to Jackson Land. Being hawked out there by Clark. Works it around now to Cooper. Not much defending here by the Rams out along the perimeter. They'll prefer to stay back here a little bit. Land drives it left, comes back top of the circle to Cooper, around to Tutt. But Shaw leans in, throws up a wild shot, and overshot the rim. And Paoli comes out of there with it. 5:20 to go opening quarter. They post up Bosley, turns on Curtis, puts it up. Good! It'll count, and a foul on Jordan. That could be a mismatch all night long. Jordan at 5'11", going up against the 6'6", Brett Bosley, who took him to school with that one, and a chance here for Paoli to take their first lead of the ballgame.
Bosley did his work early. He did a good job running to the rim. Steals Curtis early in the possession. Rams found him. He'll try to finish the 3-point play as well. That is going to be a major problem all night.
Left it short. Clark with a nice save. Gets it off now to Lawson. Off to Minton, who spins in, throws up the shot. Good! It'll count, and another Springs Valley play. That's 3 3-point opportunities here for the Rams in the first 3 minutes of the ball game, as it looks here in the early going like the Hawks are going to have trouble defending this much taller Paoli squad.
Yeah, there's a definitely physical advantage, strength-wise and size-wise for the Rams. They've taken advantage of it by powering the ball inside the paint. Couple of straight possessions, good drive right there. He'll try to finish the three-point play against contact, and he does. Big problem, though, is not rebounding a missed free throw. That's one of my pet peeves, and it led to a long, painful possession for the Rams.
And it's now 8-5, so after Valley scored the first 5, Paoli's come back with 8 in a row. Rams looking for the trap. Cooper jumps it off to Land, now to Tutt, who swings it around to Christian Tucker. 3 minutes gone by, early 3-point lead for the Rams. Tutt out along the perimeter, skips it to Cooper on the right wing. Cole trying to get Tucker free, but good job out there by Lawson to stay with him. Here's Tutt along the left baseline, angle pass to Jackson Land at the top of the key. Drives it into the lane, cut off there by Carter Elliott. Now they work it in low to Tutt, and LaShawn will have to back it back out.
That was a high-level pass by Jackson to throw it cross-court like that. Good defense by Paoli to recover.
Here is Curtis, lost the handle, got it back, clears it away now to Cooper. This has been a 45-second possession now for the Hawks. Here is Land, trying to post up Tutt. Now they work it off to Christian Tucker, who nails the three-pointer from the top of the arc.
Good patience by Valley. They waited till they got the ball to their best player. He knocked down the 3 ball, tied it at 8.
And now trying a 3 here is Brett Bosley. He wasn't even close. He just barely grazed the bottom of the rim. Valley looks for the lead again. Here goes Land. Angle pass to Tucker out of the corner for 3, 2 for 2.
Tucker hit it right in their eye. Great pass by Land. The West Virginia pass found him along the baseline. Tucker's hot.
11-8 Valley now with 6 in a row. Down the lane goes Bosley, and he ran over Cole Cooper. No call, and Bosley gets the short little jumper to go. And Valley's lead back to 1 now at 11-10 on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. Here is Tutt out front. LaShawn skips a pass right wing to Cooper. Cole lobs it over now to Tucker. Can't get the 3 off as Hobie Bobbitt guards. Now he takes him to the lane. Scoops it up and in. What a move. Christian Tucker. He beat him actually to the baseline, not really down the lane, but put up the little floater from the left side, about a 5-footer, and got it to go. 10 first quarter points for Christian Tucker. Valley by 3, under 3 minutes to go here in the quarter. Almost a steal by Tutt. Picked up by Lawson to Bosley, back to Lawson. Swings it around now to Bobbitt. Down to the corner, here's a 3-point try that is good, and that is Carter Elliott, who came in off the bench for Paoli, a 6'2 senior, and he ties up the ball game. Both these teams playing at a very high level.
We had Cooper open in the corner, couldn't find him. Now Paoli matches up.
Cole looks for somewhere to go, skips it off now to Land. Jackson off the screen, stop and go move. Pull up 10-footer, it's a beauty.
Both teams just shredding each other in their offense. As Valley having no trouble at all in the half court against Paoli's rather porous man-to-man.
Here's Bosley in the lane, pull up 10-footer off the back of the rim. Rebound grab by Cole Cooper. Minute 55 to go in the quarter. Valley an early 2-point leader. Here is Cole trying to shake and bake against Carter Elliott. Takes him along the baseline, scoops it up and in, counted and one. What a move by Cole Cooper as he left Mason Buchanan in his wake, drove the baseline, and he'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Well, they have an all sorts of lock clearing sides. NBA-type basketball right there as they clear the side for Cooper on the left. He does the fake spin dribble, finds a way to get all the way to the front of the rim. Counted and put him on the line. And Valley looking sharp on the offensive rim. Rams having no answers defensively.
And the free throw by Cole off the back of the rim, and the rebound knocked out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Hawks. They're going to say Bosley was the last to touch it, so it'll stay with Valley. 17-13 Hawks. Minute 44 to go. And an exciting opening quarter. Off the inbounds, it comes into Tucker. Can't get the 3 off to Cooper. He'll drive it down the lane, scoop it up with a floater, and got it again. Cole Cooper's got his 4th point of the contest. And I think we've got a delay of game warning called here. Cole Cooper.
We did. He did it right after the ball went in. He followed it, tipped it right at the net. Charlie Ballmeister happened right in front of him, and he saw it and made the call. Valley, though, will accept that. They're up 6 and playing well.
Yep, back-to-back field goals for Cole Cooper, 19-13 Hawks. Buchanan posting up Bosley against Devon Gilmore. takes him along the baseline, tries to reverse layup, and it's spun out on him.
Good move against Gilmore, using his speed advantage against Javon, who's checked in, but he couldn't finish it.
Connor Nelson also in the game. Connor, 6'3" junior, 7.4 a game. Javon, 6'4" junior, 6.2. Here's Cooper for three. Would not go this time. The rebound pulled out of there by Ashton Mitten. He'll drive it all the way down the lane. Little Euro move. Scoops it up with the left hand. And in Ashton Mitten, who has been a real thorn in the side of the Hawks the last couple of years, has his 5th point. Valley's lead cut to 4.
Rams going in a 1-2-2 trap here. Trying to change the mojo of the game as Valley shredded their man-to-man early.
Cooper clears it away now to Tucker along the perimeter. Skip pass off now to Lamb. Back to Christian, not looking at the three. Half minute to go in the opening quarter. We'll see if Valley wants to play for the final shot. They work it in low to Javon, and he traveled with a basketball. Yep, he ran right into Ashton Mitten that time, and Javon took that extra step, so it'll go back over to the Rams with 22 seconds to go. Now Christian Tucker will get the extra breather, the final 23 seconds plus the intermission period between the first and second quarter.
First turnover of the game on Valley. They're going to show some full court pressure here as well on three-quarter court, 1-3-1.
Into the front court comes Mitten to Lawson to Bosley. Back over it comes to Mitten. Skips it off to Lawson. Three on the way as well. Short. Rebound Connor Nelson. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Valley has some time. Here's Cooper. He'll pull up for a 35-footer, and it almost went in. Just skipped off the front of the rim, but the Hawks making a statement. They'll lead by 4 after 1 against Paoli in this championship game of the Springs Valley Holiday Tourney on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. 19-15 for the Hawks. Back with the second quarter in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School basketball.
As parents of a child who was actively involved in school athletics and extracurricular activities, Brian and Annette Hawkins of Wolf Contracting know the sacrifices parents make in attending games and getting them to and from practice, and salute these parents for their extraordinary commitment. As citizens who care about our environment, the Hawkins hope you'll join them in their recycling efforts to make Orange County a safe and enjoyable place to live. Proud to call Orange County home. Wolf Contracting, just west of Paoli.
The weather may be unpredictable, but a meal at the Superburger is always the perfect forecast. You know the Superburger for all their delicious locally raised grass-fed beef burgers. But did you know the Superburger has an ultimate grilled cheese and homemade tomato soup for those cold and rainy days, along with delicious bread bowls filled with chili, cheesy potato, veggie beef, cheddar broccoli, or chicken noodle. For dessert, try their warm homemade cobblers with a scoop of ice cream. The Superburger is open Sunday through Thursday, 11 to 8, Friday and Saturday, 11 to 9. Come experience the best-dressed burger in town. Phone ahead, 723-4445.
This is Springs Valley senior guard Christian Tucker. Keep it tuned in to Q100 all season long for Blackhawk basketball.
Back again at Springs Valley High School. Second quarter about set to commence. Hawks were able to build a 4-point lead at the end of the first 8 minutes of action. That is a 6-point lead was the biggest. Hawks turn it over, and then down on the other end, good recovery here by the Hawks. Oh, my! Ty Lawson had it knocked away. The officials had to confer there to see who it was off of.
And Charlie Baumeister didn't see it, and Dan Helfnagel just guessed. Paoli gets a big break. That ball bounced off them.
Also in the ball game, Carter Elliott. He's got it on the right side in the lineup with Ty Lawson, Ashton Mitten, Brett Bosley, and Jordan Clark. Here's Bosley against Gilmore along the perimeter. Gets it off now to Mitten, back over to Bosley, moves to his left, fires the jumper, and hits it.
They tried to clear out against Gilmore. Valley guarded it once, but they went right back to it, and he hit the pull-up jumper going to his left. Not much Javon can do about that. That's a matchup the Rams clearly like.
19-17, Valley's lead trimmed to 2 after it was as much as 6. Connor Nelson, they know his three-point. He is a three-point threat. He will launch it from the left side and bury it! There we go. He got the return pass from Christian Tucker and knocks it down. His first shot of the game, and now Jordan Clark tries to answer with a three. It's in and out. Christian Tucker the rebound. Valley by 5. Minute gone by, second quarter. Curtis works it over now to Christian Tucker, back to Jordan. He drives it, cross-courts it to Cooper, baseline to Nelson. Skips it back out on the wing. Looks like now, Kevin, Paoli is going zone.
Yes, they did.
And that'll leave. Connor Nelson open for another three, and he nails it.
Well, Paoli played man early. They got shredded. They're playing zone right now. They're still getting shredded. And the Hawks on fire.
25-17, Valley with their biggest lead of 8. Here's a lob in low to Minton. Turns on Tucker. Mismatch. And, got away with an offensive foul, but he missed the short jumper from the right side. And now the Hawks have a chance to take a double-figure lead. There's a foul on Jordan Clark as he was riding Cole Cooper up the court. And Jordan Clark has picked up his second personal foul. It'll be the 4th team foul on the Rams.
I like how Valley played that post situation. Paoli went at Tucker in post with the size advantage, but the Hawks did not double. They did not help. They played it straight up, made Paoli try to make a shot over the top of the defense. Tucker did flop there, trying to draw a charge, but they coaxed a miss, and they're getting the rebounds inside. Valley playing very, very well here on their own floor.
Here's Tucker, right wing, up top now to Land, who's back in there. Jackson off the Javon screen, stop and go move, drives it in, and his pass tipped, and he throws it away. He tried to go to Connor Nelson down to the corner, but the tip pass, Connor probably should have just let it go. Instead, he tried to save it, couldn't get it in, too.
Yeah, he should have. It would have been our ball out of bounds under. 3rd turnover on Springs Valley. Rams just have 2, so it's been a very well-played, clean game to this point.
Back the other way, Lawson around Tut, pull up 10-footers, a beauty. Ty Lawson has his first basket of the contest.
They just cleared the top right there, put everybody else on the baseline, went 1-4 type set, and allowed Lawson to shoot over the smaller Tut, and he delivered.
Well, that was a big swing. Valley had a chance to go up 10. Kevin, instead, the basket pulls Paoli back to within 6 here.
There's clear mismatches on the other end for Paoli, so for the Hawks to win this game, they just have to continue to execute offensively at a high level, rebound the ball, and just try to hang on defensively.
Javon off now to Connor Nelson. This time he misses the 3, and they're going to get Javon going over the back, committing a rebounding foul. This is the first on the big guy. Team foul number 4 now on the Hawks. And we're going to see a lot of ebb and flow in this game, I think. Valley had the last run, but Paoli, you can kind of sense maybe trying to claw their way back in it. Not that they're down by that much. It's just a 6-point deficit, but they could have been down by as many as 10. Here is Lawson now. A little crossover move into the lane. Throws up the floater and got it.
Lawson loves to go that right-to-left crossover. He's used to Duke his second possession. And then he just stops and jumps over the smaller Valley defenders once again, delivering a bucket right in front of the rim.
Valley's lead chopped in half from 8 down to 4 now. 4:38 to go here in this second quarter. Tut, perimeter right, sends it over now to Tucker. Christian cross-courts it back to Nelson, launches a 3. This time it is well short. Paoli did a good job at contesting. Falling down, though, was Lawson, picked up by LaShawn Tut. Trying to get fancy, gets it off now to Tucker, and Valley will have a chance to reset the offense. Nelson has it left side, goes back now to Tut. One nice thing you got to like about these guys like Tucker and Nelson, they don't stop shooting. Here's a nice move by LaShawn Tut. He got clobbered by Carter Elliott. They used the old pick and roll that time, and LaShawn will step to the free throw line as Carter Elliott picks up his first foul.
I love how Tut cuts so hard, Mike. He sets up his cuts well, then he explodes with his athleticism. That sudden burst gets him free near the front of the rim. Good pass to him, and now you'll see if he can convert 2 free throws.
Nope, left that one short.
That's a season-long problem for LaShawn. He's got to figure out a way to get the ball higher. His shots are coming up short, but they're not really short. They're low is what they are. They're never high enough.
Right. We've seen some Valley players maybe with too much of an arc, and LaShawn maybe not quite as much. Let's see if he can hit the back half of that one. They'll be overcompensated. It's too long, and Paoli comes out of there with it.
That's too bad because he gets fouled quite a bit, and it's going to continue to be.
Yeah, he does. 4 minutes to go, and there's a foul call on Connor Nelson. He tried to tip that ball away, defending Mason Buchanan down on the block. Connor will pick up his first. That'll be the 15th foul now on the Hawks.
That was the very definition of a small change foul right there. Shirley Barmonster.
Yeah.
Said he had a hand on his hip.
And we were just bragging on the officiating that they have really called only what has been necessary. That probably was not a necessary foul. Lawson right side off the screen, jumps it off to Bobbitt. In low it comes now to Mitten, and we're going to get another Springs Valley foul here.
Well, you can't play flat in the post. As soon as you do, Paoli just steals you, doing what you're supposed to do with those duck-ins. I thought a good foul by Valley. The fouling before he got to the line. They're now in the penalty, though. Fouls here on out. Paoli will shoot free throws.
That's also the second now on Cole Cooper. 25-21. We've been locked on this score for the last couple of minutes. Lawson down the lane. Lost the handle going up. Grabbed by Jackson Land. He lost it, but Christian Tucker there to grab it. 3.5 to go as Land works it into the front court. Hands it off to Tut. LaShawn left side of the arc. Jumps it off now to Tucker.
I see it's really be patient here and get a good one.
To the baseline. Around his man. Drives in and scores!
Up and go with Tucker. They played him back to the left. He faked the spin move, went all the way to the front of the rim, and kissed it off the rim.
Into lane. Mitten pull-up jumper is good. Ashton Mitten with his 7th point of the contest. He seems to play well when he sees Valley on the opposing team's jersey. 27-23, Hawks by 4. 3 minutes to go, first half. Tucker deep on the right wing, off now to Land. Jackson pick and roll with Jordan in low, scooped it up, couldn't get it to go.
Pretty good execution there, just couldn't finish it in traffic.
Yeah, Parker Sullivan, who's into the ball game, defended. Oh, that should have been a travel. Oh, did the official badly miss an obvious travel call on Paoli as Bobbitt was falling down that time. They didn't call it. Lawson hands off now to Bobbitt. Works it out between the circles, picks up the dribble, jumps it off now to Mitten. He'll go to Lawson. 2:25 to go. Off now to Sullivan, and he's called for the offensive foul. You could see he warded off with an elbow that time. And Parker Sullivan, a 6'3 junior, called for his first personal. And that'll be the 16th foul on Paoli.
Dusty Cole didn't like that call. He had the arm out. He didn't think that it really extended. Dan Huffnagel disagrees, of course. And Dusty's telling him what he feels about his disagreement.
Right. So the Hawks get it back, still with a 4-point lead. 2:15 to go in the quarter. Cut right wing, top of the key to Tucker. He launches a three. It would not go. And Brett Bosley back in there, able to corral the rebound.
Christian didn't catch it cleanly.
Ooh, Cooper almost had the steal. Cole's got to be careful. He's got 2 fouls. Here goes Bobbitt all the way in on Tucker, and Christian fouled him. Are they going to? They should not count the basket. Oh, they are going to count the basket. That foul was obviously out on the floor, but the Charlie Baumeister says NBA continuation, basket for Hobie Bobbitt, and he'll have a chance at a 3-point play, and now Christian Tucker has his second personal foul.
Tough call right there. A couple of them have went against Valley these last few possessions. Just got to get mentally tough and strong here, fight through this. You played a great first half. You're up 1, you've got the lead. Now you just got to figure out a way to close it out strong.
Bobbitt's had 2 3-point plays now, but that never should have happened. The foul well out on the floor. Here's Land, step back jumper, good!
Jackson settled for a jumper, didn't like the shot, but he knocked it in, so we'll take it.
He's got 4.
Clear the side against their bigger defenders, and Jackson took him to school.
Just inside the 3-point line on that one. 29-26 Hawks, minute 30 to go before halftime. Sullivan to the baseline. Oh, he pushed off again, but he hits the baseline 12-footer.
Both teams making some tough shots these last trips. High-level basketball being played offensively by both squads. 29-28 your score. Hawks up 1.
Cut into the front court, clears it away to Cooper. Skip pass off now to Land.
Clear it out again.
Drives it and throws it down to the corner to Tucker on the wing to Curtis. To LaShawn, left side of the arc. Down the lane he goes. Tried to go in low and the pass tipped away.
Should have just went up and finished it himself.
Yep. Now Paoli a chance with the lead. Here is Sullivan, knocked away. Scramble for the loose ball. Paoli manages to keep control. As Bosley down the lane, he lost the handle. LaShawn Tutt comes out of there with it. And now Michael Leachman says, let's slow it down. There's 40 seconds to go here in the first half. Let's see if the Hawks are content to play for the final shot. They won't have the opportunity because the pass on the left wing to Cole Cooper was defended hard by Parker Sullivan, who ran into Cole and gets called for the foul. That'll be his second, but it is the 17th foul. So the Hawks will go to the free throw line. Cole Cooper at the line to shoot a 1 in bonus. Javon Gilmore back in now for the Hawks. So is Jordan Curtis for these final 37 seconds. 1-1 for Cole. The free throw is up. It is good. And for Cole, he has his 5th point of the contest. And a chance to give Valley a 3-point lead. If he hits here, which he swishes, half a dozen now for Cole. 31-28 Hawks on the Fast Eddie scoreboard. And let's see if Valley can get a defensive stop, and we'll see if the Rams want to play for the final shot of this first half of play.
Going a little extended 2-3 zone here against Paoli's delay game.
Minton out front over to Lawson, as the Rams do indeed spread the floor. They've got Bosley on the high post. They've got Buchanan along with Elliott on the wings, and Minton and Lawson up front. 8 seconds to go. Lawson starts to move, drives it down the lane, puts up the floater off the back of the... Oh, and somehow it went in. Took a couple bounces, went in, and from 3/4 court, the shot by Cole Cooper would not go. Ty Lawson finishes the half. He didn't score in the opening quarter, but he scored 6 here, and because of it, the Valley lead trimmed to 1 here. But that's the good news. The Hawks will go to the dressing room with the advantage. For certified Angus beef steak served up the way you want in a great atmosphere, come to 33 Brick Street in French Lick for hand-breaded fish and chips, tenderloins that are second to none, homemade soups, and a large selection of craft beverages. You'll want to make sure you go to 33 Brick Street, downtown French Lick. Good food, all in a legendary atmosphere. We'll start our halftime activities when we come back at the break here on this championship game of the 2018 Springs Valley Holiday Tourney on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. It's the Blackhawks 31 and the Rams 30. You're listening to Springs Valley High School basketball.
We're offering something new at Springs Valley Meadows, outpatient therapy. Get the details by calling me, Shaylin Lindsay, Director of Admissions, at 936-9991. If you're needing long-term, short-term care, hospice, or respite care for a loved one, Springs Valley Meadows has a compassionate therapist and the latest technologies and programs to fit your needs. Programs to increase mobility to get your loved ones back home as soon as possible. Come visit Springs Valley Meadows, an American Senior Community Facility in French Lick.
You've worked hard to build and protect your estate throughout your lifetime. Enjoy the confidence that comes from knowing all you've worked for may be preserved for your heirs. Please call Jamie Sullivan, Senior Vice President of Investments of Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, located in Mitchell at 849-2670. Jamie can help design a comprehensive plan suited for your family's future financial needs. Call Jamie Sullivan today at 849-2670. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
Lonesome Al here for Riley's Orange County Quick Lube in Paoli, Indiana, where you can get the quickest oil change around.
What's the matter, Al? You look kind of queasy.
Well, I was just at the Quick Lube watching Mad Matt Sharp in action. He was moving so fast it gave me motion sickness there for a minute.
Wow, that sounds really fast.
Well, maybe I was just late taking my meds, but I could have swore he was changing oil in 3 cars at once. Mad Matt was moving so quick it made my head spin.
Now, Al, you know that's physically impossible, right?
Yet there it is. Folks, just roll on in to Riley's Orange County Quick Lube across from the Paoli Walmart for service so quick it'll make your head spin.
The 2019 Silverado is now in stock at Babcock Motors, Orange County's only new car dealer. See the brand new Silverado and the popular Chevy Equinox compact SUV with up to 39 miles per gallon highway at Babcock Motors in Orleans, 865-2502.
For Valley Marathon, this is Eric Elkins, manager, inviting you to try our new Cadillac coffee with 9 creamer flavors and a dozen flavor shots. It's not expensive, just $1 for a 12-ounce cup of delicious coffee. It's at Valley Marathon, 936-9999.
For all of us at El Compadre Mexican restaurants in West Baden, Paoli, Mitchell, and Bedford, this is Roy Perez asking you to stop for tacos, fajita, chimichanga, or a Mexican burrito at any of our 4 Mexican restaurants.
Need a real estate appraisal?
Back again at the Hawks Nest in French Lick, halftime of this championship game of the Springs Valley Holiday Tourney. The Hawks hold on to a 1-point lead. We saw 3 ties and 3 lead changes there in those first 2 quarters of play. And the thing that impresses me, Kevin, both teams, I think, playing right now at a very high level.
They are. Offensively, both teams are having their way with each other. Rams, all their different pressures haven't bothered Valley whatsoever. And all the mismatches Paoli has on their offensive end, they've been able to take advantage of. We can't stop Ty Lawson from getting to the paint, and their size inside has been a problem as well. So it's been an offensive showcase for both squads. High at an effective game. Both teams playing very well, and it's why it's so close at the half, just down 1. Are Paoli Rams trailing the Hawks 31-30.
Let's take a look at the scoring through 2 quarters. Leading the way for Paoli, Ashton Mitten. He has 7. 6 each from Brett Bosley, Ty Lawson, and Hobie Bobbitt. Off the bench, Carter Elliott hit a first quarter 3-pointer, and Parker Sullivan has the other basket for the Rams coming in that second quarter. Jordan Clark started. He has been held scoreless, and Mason Buchanan playing off the bench. He has not tallied either. So 7 from Ashton Mitten, leading a balanced attack for the Rams. 2 fouls each on Clark and Sullivan. Nobody else had more than 1 for the Rams. For Valley in the first half, their leading gun, as expected, Christian Tucker. He has got 12 of his 5 baskets. 2 of them have been from beyond the arc. 6 points each from Cole Cooper. He got his on 2 field goals and 2 out of 3 foul shooting. Connor Nelson hit 2 bonus bombs for his half a dozen. Jackson Land has added 4 on a couple of field goals. LaShawn Tutt, a field goal, 1 out of 4 at the free throw line. Those have been the 5 that have tallied for the Hawks. Jordan Curtis has yet to get on the board, and Javon Gilmore also did not score in that first half of play. So 12 from Christian Tucker leading the way for the Hawks. Cooper and Tucker each picked up 2 first half fouls. Nobody else for Valley had more than 1. 19-15, Valley led by 4 at the end of the first quarter. They are outscored by 3 by the Rams in the second quarter, 15-12, hence their lead trimmed to 1 here at the break at 31-30 on the Fast Eddie scoreboard. When we come back, Kevin Terrell looks at our first half statistics. Stay with us. This is Springs Valley High School basketball.
For all of us at El Compadre Mexican Restaurants in West Baden, Paoli, Micho, and Bedford, this is Roy Perez asking you to stop for tacos, fajita, chimichanga, or a Mexican burrito at any of our 4 Mexican restaurants.
Need a real estate appraisal? Do you need to sell your home, farm, or business? Call Brooks Galloway Real Estate and Appraisal on College Street in French Lick, 936-7301, or Paoli at 723-7302. See the listings on the web at brooksgalloway.com.
Sometimes it seems that all we ever do is wait. In traffic, at the supermarket checkout, even for the mailman. But there's one place you won't have to wait, at least not for very long. Orange County Quick Lube in Paoli. When every minute counts in your hectic day, Cody Rutherford and the team at Quick Lube will get your vehicle serviced with quality oil, top off all your car's fluids, and have you on your way in no time. So the next time you don't think there's enough time in the day to get everything done, remember Orange County Quick Lube. Quick in, quick out. That's what they're all about. Orange County Quick Lube on Gospel Street next to the car wash in Paoli.
This is Springs Valley Senior Guard Cole Cooper, and thanks for listening to Blackhawk Basketball right here on Q100.
This is Kevin Terrell with your Springs Valley Basketball halftime report. Don't let them tell you that Hoosier hysteria is dead in the water. That is not the case. A big crowd tonight here at the Hawks Nest for this Springs Valley Holiday Tournament showdown between 2 longtime county rivals, Springs Valley and Paoli. And the action's been fast and furious. Springs Valley with a 1-point lead at the half over the visiting Rams, 31-30. Here are your halftime numbers. For the Rams, listen to these numbers and look how good they are. And imagine that they're still behind. 12 out of 16 from 2-point range for the Rams. They shoot 75%, 2 out of 6 from downtown. Overall, 14 for 22, 63.6%. They turn it over just 5 times. They make 75% of their free throws, 3 out of 4. But they're still behind because Springs Valley shoots 12 out of 22 total for 54.5%. That breaks down with 8 of 12 from 2-point range, 66.7%. 4 out of 10 from downtown for 40%. Both teams just shooting at the lights out. Free throws have been a problem for Valley all year. They continue to be 3 out of 42.9%. I hope those free throw misses don't come back to haunt them later in the game. They out-rebounded Paoli 9-8. One of those on the offensive end, and they turned it over just 4 times. So both teams playing at a high level. If somebody can play some good defense here at some point in this second half for a stretch of game, they'll have a chance to stretch out and take control. We'll see if either team listening to Springs Valley High School basketball.
Signs may come and go, but one sign to watch out for that will always be there when you're buying or selling property is Trinkle Group Real Estate in Paoli. You can count on Trinkle Group to help you find just the right home or property in the exact setting you're looking for. Trinkle Group Real Estate is a member of a multiple listing service with many residential and commercial listings in the area. Talk to Rosemary Trinkle or any of her agents, and they'll get to work for you right away. For real estate appraisals, just look for the green and yellow signs of Trinkle Group Real Estate in Paoli. Call 877-723-5593.
Before the second half gets underway, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Springs Valley High School basketball.
Blackhawk and IU basketball, a winning shot every time. Hear them here on WFLQ, French Lick, Indiana.
Mike Hamilton, Kevin Terrell, glad to have you along. The championship game of this holiday tourney. These two long-standing Orange County rivals going at it, and locked in a dandy here. 1-point lead as Paoli with the basketball works it into Brett Bosley, who flashed into the paint, took the pass, and hit a 10-footer. And just like that, the Rams are back in front now by 1. I can't help but go back when Valley was up 8, Kevin, and had 2 opportunities to push that lead to 10, couldn't do it. And since that time, the Rams have made a methodical comeback, and now finally they are in front.
Both teams searching for answers defensively. They both went zone to start the second half, and they both have paid the price. 3-pointer for Valley. Counters the 2-point jumper by Bosley. Continuing the hot shooting for both teams.
Cole Cooper with 9. Clark hooks a pass baseline to Bobbitt. Turns on Tucker. Cut off. Baseline it comes now to Jordan Clark. Now to Lawson, and a whistle. Oh, and they're going to call a blocking foul here on Cole Cooper. He tried to get into the path of Lawson that time. Couldn't tell on the, there was contact, but whether or not Cole had position or not, he was ruled he didn't, and now Cole's got his 3rd foul.
Yeah, Coach Leisman's going to gamble and leave him in.
And here's a 3 miss by...
And in a gambling...
he's going to pay. Bosley hits a left wing 3, and the rebound was grabbed by Hobie Bobbitt. As he went back up, Cole fouled him. So back-to-back fouls here by Cole, who's got 4, and now before Coach could get him out, the Hawks are going to lose a valuable player here for probably quite some time.
Sometimes Mama says it be that way. Coach Leisman knew he had 3 fouls. He opted to gamble, and he paid the price just 4 seconds later as he gets his 4th foul on the rebound. So we'll have to sub. We'll go to our bench. Connor Nelson's going to come in the game, and he'll have to play big minutes.
Although my money's on Connor every time. First free throw short by Bobbitt. Second one is short as well. And Christian Tucker able to pull down the rebound. So it stays a 2-point Valley lead. Minute gone by. 3rd quarter. Here's LaShawn. Baseline now to Curtis. Jordan back out now to Jackson Land. Drives it into the lane. Cut off. Looks. Clears it away now to Nelson. Back to Jackson left side.
Not to panic there.
Land.
What a pass! Pass! Oh, beauty to LaShawn. Cut for the layup. Oh, my goodness. Was that textbook basketball there? Rams can't guard us man-to-man, Mike. We're just cutting them to shreds.
Lawson cut off along the baseline, out of the wing to Clark. Now over to Bobbitt. They'll come back over to Lawson. Guarded by Tut. Takes him into the lane. Jumps it off now to Clark. Moves it around now to Minton. He'll pass off to Bosley against Jackson Land. Can't penetrate. Now they swing it around left side to Clark. Cut off by Nelson. Out of the wing to Bobbitt. Now to Lawson. Back over to Bosley. Behind the back move by Brett Bosley. Surprisingly good moves for a big man. Here is Lawson trying to post up Minton. Turns on Curtis. Backs his way in. Puts it up and it holds precariously on the front of the rim before dropping in. I mean, that just literally stood there.
I like that Valley's playing single coverage there, forcing him to score over the top. But, of course, that's what he's supposed to do, and he did it.
Oh, and Jackson Land got himself up in the air in trouble, had nowhere to get the ball off to, and ends up throwing it out of bounds.
Unforced turnover for Valley, just their 5th of the night, as both teams have done a great job taking care of the basketball. Now the Rams bring it up with a chance to tie, or perhaps take the lead.
5:20 to go, third quarter. Here's Lawson in the lane, pull-up jumper off the back of the rim, and Connor Nelson high above everybody for the rebound. Tucker heading out of Land, Jackson up the right side. Skips it down to the corner to Curtis, back to Land. He drives, hooks it off now to LaShawn Tutt, having trouble coming up with it, manages to.
What a pass.
Hooks it off to Nelson for a three-pointer. Oh, way down in the well and shot back out. Oh, that was close.
That was a great pass by Tutt to recover the ball and then make a little no-look, one-handed pass.
Here's Bobbitt in low to Minton, and now we've got a foul called. Oh, they're going to call 3 seconds on Ashton Minton.
The Valley bench made that call for Charlie Baumeister. They finally heard him. Valley bench can't believe that Charlie fell for that, but we got the call. Michael Leisman wants to talk things over.
And he'll take a 30-second timeout with 4:51 to go, third quarter. Still a nip and tuck affair. Valley by 2 on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. Well, if you're tired of the same old fast food routine for lunch, spice it up a bit with a visit to 33 Brick Street in French Lick. You can pick from the Blackhawk BLT, the quarter-pound rookie burger turkey club, or the chicken salad sandwich. Put some life into your midday meal at 33 Brick Street in downtown French Lick. Good food, all in a legendary atmosphere. Kevin, I know we're 3 days removed from Christmas, but hopefully everything went well from that standpoint, and have good plans here to ring in 2019 here in a few days.
Neighborhood block party will be transpiring on 12th and O Street there in beautiful downtown Bedford. I'm sure we'll have a good time. Stephen and I keeping the stats tonight. Got a new member of the family. Little Luna Solari comes in to visit us.
Okay.
Luna, a little Aussie Shepherd and chocolate lab mix.
All right.
Luna's listening to the game at home while Stephen and I do our work here.
All right, Hawks with a basketball, leading by 2, 4.5 to go, and nice job. Jordan Clark just picked the pocket of Land behind the back move, and then he lost it out of bounds. He dribbled off it. Oh, my goodness! Oh, now they changed it. Okay.
No, they give that ball. No. He comes that ball to Paoli.
My goodness. Oh, you need help. That was Dan Hucknagel that completely blundered that call, as there was no question it was off the knee of Clark, and yet the Rams are going to keep possession of the basketball. Ball comes in deep now to Bobbitt. On the dribble, guarded by Connor Nelson. Takes him off the dribble, down the lane, lays it up and in.
That play by Dusty Cole. He saw the alignment there, had a chance to set his defense while we complained about the call, set up a clear out, and got himself a layup. Paoli ties it at 36.
Nearing the halfway point of the third quarter. Here is Nelson up top now to Land. Now flashing out right wing is Tucker. Takes his man to the baseline, tries to step back, can't get it. Here's Land into the lane.
Pass it underneath it. Javon for the layup. Count it and a foul. Jackson Land with a beautiful drop pass right there. He looked to his left, but made the pocket pass to his right. Javon with the finish. Count it and put him on the line.
Hobie Bobbitt with the foul. Javon, who had a career-high 19 today, gets his first basket of the contest as the Hawks regain the lead. Minton is out, and Mason Buchanan back in now for the Rams. Let's see if Javon can complete the three-point play. It is on its way. It is perfect. Hawks 4 of 8 now at the free throw line, and they lead by 3 at 39-36, just past the halfway point of the third quarter. Bosley out between the circles, swings it around now to Clark. Top of the key, Bobbitt flashes out, works it over to Lawson. At the free throw line, Bosley's got it, back over to Lawson. Can't get the shot off on the three.
Switch here, we got Javon on him.
Kicks it over to Buchanan on the wing, moves it around now to Bobbitt. Tries to go in low, ball knocked away, and the Rams can't come up with it. Somebody got a deflection on that pass, and it ended up being a double deflection. And Buchanan the last to touch it, a Paoli turnover, and the Hawks get it back now.
They give Gilmore credit right there. He got switched on to Lawson and was able to keep him in front, forced Paoli to have to make a couple of different passes they didn't want to make, and eventually they cough it up. They have a turnover the game on the Rams.
And they leave Connor Nelson open out of the left corner. He buries another three. His third of the game. Hawks on a 6-0 run. Buchanan tries to change it with a three, and he does. Unbelievable shooting by both of these teams, and a timeout called by Paoli as Dusty Cole wanting to talk things over with his team. It comes with 3:03 to go, third quarter. What a dandy of a game we have in this championship tilt of the Springs Valley Holiday Tourney. Hawks lead is at 3 on the Fast Eddie scoreboard. Back with more Blackhawks basketball right after this.
This is Jamie Schinnebarger, President and CEO of Springs Valley Bank and Trust. As another exciting year draws to a close, we express gratitude to our customers and our communities. Thank you for placing your confidence and trust in us and allowing Springs Valley to be your community bank. Looking ahead to 2019, Springs Valley continues to expand our products and services, which are designed to help our neighbors realize their financial dreams, grow local businesses, and support our communities. On behalf of everyone at Springs Valley, best wishes this holiday season. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The 2019 Silverado is now in stock at Babcock Motors, Orange County's only new car dealer. See the brand new Silverado and the popular Chevy Equinox compact SUV with up to 39 miles per gallon highway at Babcock Motors in Orleans, 865-2502.
This is Springs Valley Junior forward Connor Nelson. Now back to more Blackhawks basketball with Mike Hamilton on Q100.
Play resuming. Hawks get it in against full court pressure. They work it to Nelson. Out of the corner, his three is no good. And Mason Buchanan able to grab the rebound. 2:50 to go in the third. Valley leading by 3. Here's Lawson into the lane. Pull-up jumper. Left it short. Tipped up and in, though, by Brett Bosley.
Good defense by Valley there as they made Lawson finally go to his right where he's not nearly as good. He couldn't finish it. But then he didn't check out Bosley. He got above everybody and tipped it in. Rams back within 1.
Bosley, the first double-figure scorer for the Rams. He's got 10. 2:25 to go. 42-41 Valley. Cut off the screen. Drives it all the way in. Scoops it down to the corner to Tucker. Off now to Land. Drives it into the lane. Forces up an off-balance shot. Could not get it to go.
Didn't need to do that. Just got to be patient, run your stuff, bring it back out, and reverse it again. Fourth shot gives Paoli a stop and a chance to take the lead.
Like two outstanding prize fighters, Kevin. Punch and counter punch. Here's a fall away by Buchanan. He forced that one up against Connor Nelson and left it well short. Here's Tucker back the other way. Pull up three-pointer. No! Tip up by Nelson would not go. And the Rams come out of there with it. Here with 1:45 to go in the third. A chance to regain the lead. Here is Clark. Drives it down the lane, spins in the lane, got away with another obvious travel. My goodness, you've got 3 pairs of eyes out there, and as Clark spun, it was an obvious travel. Instead, they're going to call a foul here on Valley, and they're going to put it on Connor Nelson. That'll be his second, the team's third, and that'll send Jordan Clark to the free throw line here to shoot 2.
Michael trying to smooth his way to the officials, see if he can get a call later. He's been the recipient of a couple bad ones right there, a couple missed calls, and those are loom large.
What's that is when they're so blatant like that to miss.
That one right in front of
really
Ballmeister, who didn't call it. Nevertheless, Rams get the advantage. They go to the line, they knock them both in, and they've taken the lead.
Well, Jordan Clark, his first points of the game. 43 Paoli, 42 Springs Valley. That was our 6th lead change.
Yeah, 7-0 run by the Rams as well as the Hawks have went dry a few possessions.
Right. Here's Tucker out between the circles, drives it left, back to back out, clears it away to Cut, and it's going to be an over and back violation. And again, we're seeing that ebb and flow of the game. Valley has looked so good on stretches, but again, at times they have looked extremely careless. And Paoli trying to take advantage. They have overhauled the Hawks. As Valley had a 6-point lead not too long ago. And it seems like they just kind of get a little bit complacent when they get that lead. There's a tip pass and a steal by Christian Tucker. Nice little spin move. Clover! Valley throws it up with the left hand. It goes in. Counted and one. Oh, what a play by Christian Tucker, as he was absolutely pounded by Ashton Minton. who was determined to stop the shot attempt. Somehow Christian threw it back over his shoulder, got it up and in. It'll count, and he has a chance at a three-point play.
Big-time players make plays in big-time spots. Tucker with the steal and the finish gives Valley the lead back.
Could not complete the three-point play, however, but it is Valley by one. Under a minute to go, third quarter. Out front, leaving the lane wide open. That time, missed shot by Carter Elliott. Two Paoli players fall down. It's a 5-on-3. Do the Hawks recognize it? Here's a badly missed three by Christian Tucker. I'm not sure what he was thinking that time. He didn't get his feet set or anything. Paoli was really upset. Two Paoli players fell down. Hawks had the numbers, but they couldn't cash in on it. Now, they break the pressure. Here's Bosley down the lane, blocked away by Javon. And again, could have been a traveling call here on Bosley. Instead, they're going to call the foul on Javon. That'll be his second, as that is team foul number 4 here on the Hawks. And Brett Bosley, he missed a free throw and a three-point opportunity earlier. We'll have two here, first of which is up. It is good.
Tucker whip with that Steph Curry type three-point right there in front of the Springs Valley bench, and he hit it. Place would have exploded.
Yeah.
As it was, though, it ended up being a bad shot and gives Paoli a chance to calm down and get something going. They break Valley's press, go to the line twice, hit the first free throw, and we continue to go back and forth in a good old-fashioned Indiana barn burner.
Second free throw by Bosley is good. He's got 12. 45-44. Rams back in front now by one on our 8th lead change. Hawks have an opportunity with 25 seconds remaining to have back-to-back possessions. They'll get the ball to start the fourth quarter. Here is Tucker just holding the ball. Bobbitt defending. Tucker gets the return pass from Land. 12 seconds to go. Christian puts it on the floor, isolates with Bobbitt.
Yeah, that's a clear out.
7 with 6. Takes him to the baseline. Step back 3. It's good! Nope, they're going to call it a 2. 1 second to go. There's a long shot by Mitten. No good, and the Hawks will go to the fourth quarter with a lead. What a job! A step back jumper by Christian Tucker will give the Hawks a lead by 1, 46-45. At the end of 3 on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. Back with the fourth quarter in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School basketball.
Attention cord cutters. Have you switched to streaming TV services only to discover your internet speed isn't cutting it? Make your streaming TV experience seamless with Smithville's Fiber Internet, the best for streaming TV, movies, videos, and more. Smithville Fiber is prepared for today's technology as well as whatever tomorrow brings. Be more than a cord cutter. Be on the cutting edge of internet. Visit switchtosmithville.com today to learn more or call us at 800-742-4084.
As parents of a child who was actively involved in school athletics and extracurricular activities, Brian and Annette Hawkins of Wolf Contracting know the sacrifices parents make in attending games and getting them to and from practice, and salute these parents for their extraordinary commitment. As citizens who care about our environment, the Hawkins hope you'll join them in their recycling efforts to make Orange County a safe and enjoyable place to live. Proud to call Orange County home. Wolf Contracting, just west of Paoli.
This is Springs Valley senior guard Jackson Land, and you're listening to Blackhawks basketball on Q100.
With Kevin Terrell and our statistician Stephen Solari, Mike Hamilton at the Hawks Nest in French Lick, where we begin the fourth quarter. Valley with a 1-point lead thanks to a step-back jumper by Christian Tucker, his 16th point of the ball game. And Valley will get the ball to start the fourth quarter. A little post-up move by Christian Tucker. Leads it! Puts it off the glass! Good again! It'll count! And another chance at a three-point play! Oh, my goodness! Christian Tucker trying to take over control of this basketball game. Had a defender all over him. It was Carter Elliott who picks up the foul. That'll be his third of the ball game. And the free throw good by Christian. He's got 19 in the ball game. Good start for the Hawks. They lead by 4 now at 49-45.
3 straight stops, Mike. The first team that can get 3 straight stops is going to win this game.
Oh, backdoor alley-oop of beauty. Ty Lawson off the screen. able to put that one up and in as the Hawks lost Lawson, and he got the pass and laid it up and in. 49-47. Here's Curtis down to the block to a cutting tut. LaShawn leans in, scooped it up with the right hand, and just put it up a little bit too hard.
Good offensive possession. Got a shot right at the front. Just didn't finish.
Here is Lawson. Cross-courts it now to Elliott. Lawson works it over now to Bosley, who flashes out left wing. Crossover move against Curtis. Takes the middle lane. Lost the handle going up, and it'll be out of bounds as it goes over the backboard and out of play. And again, Dusty Cole, the seventh-year head coach, not particularly happy. He thought there should have been a foul call. Instead, Valley gets it, still leading by 2, a minute gone by, fourth quarter. Land on the right side, takes it to the wing. Jackson, high post now to Carter. Faces up, takes him in, puts up the little 10-footer, couldn't go, as he tried to force that one up against the taller Carter Elliott.
Need to be a little more patient than that. Reverse the ball a couple different times. Don't need to try to force things in traffic against bigger people.
Here is Lawson. Down the lane he goes. Little pull-up. Oh, he left it short. And the save is by Clark, but he threw it right into Jackson Land. 6:20 to go. Nip and tuck affair. We've had 6 ties and 9 lead changes in this contest. Here's Tutt on the right wing. LaShawn, top of the key to Nelson. Connor lines up a 3, and he buries it again! 4 3-pointers on the night for the junior Connor Nelson. He's got 12, and Valley with a 5-point lead 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Bosley off to Mitten. Right side pass comes off to Lawson. Moves to the end of the lane, jumps it off now to Elliott. Down to the corner to Bosley and low to Mitten, and we're going to get a pushing off foul here on Jordan Curtis.
A small change right there. They said Curtis had 2 hands in the back, so they'll get the ball to Paoli underneath their own rim. Valley just needs to continue to string stops together. If they can do that for a couple more minutes, they can extend the lead, because the Rams have shown no potential to stop them for very long.
Javon Gilmore, Cole Cooper back in. Remember, Cole playing with 4 fouls. He'll have to be careful. Ball comes in deep, where it's grabbed by Mitten to Bosley. Wing jump shot, short on the rim. Ball being tapped around, and Javon out-hustles Jordan Clark for the rebound.
Good job by the big fella there to out-fight Paoli for that rebound. We need that more often from Javon.
Cooper, right wing, top of the key to...
Oh, my!
Long straight shot again! Oh, Connor Nelson just absolutely stealing it! And another timeout called by the Rams! 5 3-pointers for Connor Nelson, who's doing it all, and the Hawks lead by 8. 5:21 to go in the contest. Timeout called by Dusty Cole. Will return with more Blackhawks basketball right after this.
The weather may be unpredictable, but a meal at the Superburger is always the perfect forecast. You know the Superburger for all their delicious locally raised grass-fed beef burgers. But did you know the Superburger has an ultimate grilled cheese and homemade tomato soup for those cold and rainy days, along with delicious bread bowls filled with chili, cheesy potato, veggie beef, cheddar broccoli, or chicken noodle. For dessert, try their warm homemade cobblers with a scoop of ice cream. The Superburger is open Sunday through Thursday, 11 to 8, Friday and Saturday, 11 to 9. Come experience the best-dressed burger in town. Phone ahead, 723-4445.
For Valley Marathon, this is Eric Elkins, manager, inviting you to try our new Cadillac coffee with 9 creamer flavors and a dozen flavor shots. It's not expensive, just $1 for a 12-ounce cup of delicious coffee. It's at Valley Marathon, 936-9999.
This is Springs Valley Junior forward Jordan Curtis. Don't miss a second of the action of Blackhawks basketball by keeping it tuned here to Q100.
Connor Nelson, the man of the hour, burying his 5th 3-pointer just a moment ago, and he was nearly in prospect when he let that one go and swished it cleanly through the net, and he has given the Hawks a game-high matching 8-point lead with 5:21 to go.
Again, it's all about stops. Just continue to string stops together. Get 2 or 3 more in a row here. You can really put Paoli in the hurt box.
Going for the double team. Here is Lawson. He'll try to answer with a 3. Yes, indeed.
Couldn't do it, though. They ran the zone that time against the Rams, who got the ball to the high post, sucked the defense in for Valley, got Lawson a wide open look, and he knocked it down.
And there's a tip pass. Tucker picked it up. Oh, and he stepped out of bounds. Yep. That'll go back over. And why does this happen, Kevin? Every time the Hawks get any sort of a lead, they have that nice little stretch, and then before you know it, the other team has caught up with them.
Well, again, defensively, it comes down to getting stops because the Rams
lost it, and a save by Jackson Land into Cole Cooper. That was knocked away. Harris Nelson, can he do it again? This time he left it short. Got his own rebound, scooped it up, and he left it just short off the front of the rim. Oh, the crowd loving. Tell you what, Connor Nelson quickly, Kevin, becoming a crowd favorite.
Yep, he's awful fun to watch out there. Just couldn't finish that little floater. Rams staying alive here, down by 5.
Oh, Lawson from 3. Oh, he bricked that one badly, but Bosley, the rebound, leans in and scores.
Taking up second chances. Valley's going to find a way to rebound the ball. Rams and the Hawks just continue to throw haymakers at each other. 4 minutes to go. Thornberger here at the Hawks nest.
55-52, Cooper at the foul line, double team, looks to get rid of it, clears the way to Land, off now to Tucker. Christian for 3, yes indeed!
Can't believe the Rams left Tucker wide open. Michael Leachman wants a timeout. Set up his defense. Hawks up by 6. The left-hander getting it done.
Quad shot after quad shot by both teams. 3:51 left. Valley by 6 on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. Back with more of this championship match right after this timeout.
You've worked hard to build and protect your estate throughout your lifetime. Enjoy the confidence that comes from knowing all you've worked for may be preserved for your heirs. Please call Jamie Sullivan, Senior Vice President of Investments of Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, located in Mitchell at 849-2670. Jamie can help design a comprehensive plan suited for your family's future financial needs. Call Jamie Sullivan today at 849-2670. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
For all of us at El Compadre Mexican Restaurants in West Baden, Paoli, Mitchell, and Bedford, this is Roy Perez asking you to stop for tacos, fajita, chimichanga, or a Mexican burrito at any of our 4 Mexican restaurants.
This is Springs Valley's Junior Center, Javon Gilmore. Your power station for Blackhawk Sports is Q100 WFLQ.
Well, to paraphrase that song, it is raining threes here in French Lick. Both teams lighting it up, especially for the Hawks. Christian Tucker drilling his third three-pointer a moment ago. He's got 22 in the game, and it's given Valley a 6-point lead as we hit the 3:45 mark of this contest. Jordan Clark around Jackson Land all the way to the goal, scoops it up and in.
That was easy. Just cleared aside. Good strong sweep. And Dusty Cole gets an easy layup for his ball club. Rams hanging around, just down by 4.
Land into the front court, 58-54 now. Valley's lead at 4. Tucker backs it out on the dribble. Works it right side to Tut. Got bumped there by Elliott, no call. LaShawn on the dribble, turns, clears it away to Land, who flashes out right wing.
Now, I know you want to run clock, but you can't get too conservative here either.
Right. There's Jackson off now to Tucker. Can't get the 3 off. Clears it away to Tut. LaShawn drives it to the right wing, cut off, throws it out top now to Cooper, moves it around now to Land. Jackson off now to Tucker again. Christian drives, lost it, got it back, lost it again, and now we're going to get a reach-in foul here on Jordan Clark. And again, Paoli can't believe the call here. Looked like Dan Huffnagel was behind, had a player in front of him on that reach-around by Clark, but Valley will take the break. That'll be the 3rd foul on Clark. But it's only the 4th team foul on Paoli. Off the inbounds, it comes in to Javon, lost it, tracks it down, looks to get rid of it, lobs it off now to Tucker, who skips it off to Tut. LaShawn down the lane, skips it up with the right hand, no good, but he does draw the 2-shot foul.
LaShawn got caught up in the air that time. I'm not sure if he was close enough to be able to lay that in or not. It was going to be a tough shot, but he gets bailed out. Little Chico Bales bondsman call right there. And they'll send Tut to the line twice, where he has struggled throughout the year. We need him to step up big here and try to knock at least one of these in.
First one on its way. Perfect.
Had a lot more arc on that one. Felt more comfortable. Nothing but the bottom of the net. For LaShawn, the king. Crowning him right here with a free throw. See if he can make 2 in a row.
Elliott out. Buchanan back in for Paoli. LaShawn with a 6-point there. He'll try to give Paoli or Valley a 6-point lead, but he left that one short.
That was low the entire way. Still, we'll split it. Up by 2 possessions. We need a stop and a rebound.
2:35 to go. There goes Clark down the lane, throws up the floater, and got it again.
Can't get it.
All right. Clark now with his 6th point of the contest, and Valley's lead sliced to 3. 2:20 to go, still an eternity left. Skip pass off to Cooper. Cole off now to Jackson Land. Drives it down the lane underneath it. Javon lays it up and in.
Tremendous pass by Jackson Land again, and Javon now again. We're up 5. Let's get a stop and a rebound, fellas.
There goes Clark into the lane. Lost the handle. Picked up by Javon. Off now to LaShawn Tutt. Michael Eastman says slow it down, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Here is Tucker out now to Land. 1:52 remaining. Valley trying to protect a 5-point lead. Feed down low. Knocked away. Lost by the Hawks.
Javon got caught behind the rim, trying to make a difficult pass and couldn't do it. Hawks turn it over right after the Rams do.
Let's see if they can get a big defensive stop here with 1:35 to go. Here is Lawson, guarded by Tucker. And over it comes now to Clark. Bosley works it around now to Minton. Off to Buchanan for 3. It is short. Ball tipped around, grabbed by Lawson. Lawson in low to Minton. And we're going to have a foul prior to the shot attempt. It'll be on Valley. And they're going to put this one on Christian Tucker. That'll be his 3rd. And that probably saved an easy basket. And it's also the 16th foul, so the next one will put Paoli into the bonus. 61-56, Valley by 5, minute 19 to go.
Gotta be smart here on the inbound. Don't give up a wide open one.
To Buchanan for 3. It is short. And Bosley went over the back. What do we have? They're going to call a foul here on Valley. Brett Bosley got away with an obvious over the back. And then as Bosley came up with it, they put the foul on Javon. Unbelievable. Poor call that time. My goodness sakes alive.
I'll tell you what, Bosley skied high above the rim to get that, but he was
over the back of Jackson Land, yeah. So, boy, Paoli getting away with things. Dusty Cole cannot say a word right now at all for this. And Dusty Cole saying it should be 2 shots, and Dan Hufnagel agreeing here. So Bosley will get 2 with 1:14 remaining. He has 14 points in the game. And this free throw is up off the back of the rim, so at least half of poetic justice here.
All right, now, if he makes this free throw, or probably even if he does miss it, Paoli's going to come with full court pressure, and they're going to face guard Valley. So we're going to break hard to the ball, meet all of our passes, and understand once Coach Leitsman wants another rebounder in there. Kids didn't quite understand where to be. Everybody's feeling the nerves at this point.
Second free throw is good. 15 now for Brett Bosley, 61-57. Indeed, full court pressure now. Now the Rams relinquish. Land brings it into the front court, being hawked there by Jordan Clark.
Rams have a
Picks
foul
up the
again.
dribble, clears it away now to Cooper, and now they're going to call a reach in here on Ty Lawson.
All right, so you got to get the ball in. You're in the penalty from here on out. Ball be on your side. 2-possession lead, 4-point lead for the Hawks. Ball in front of their own bench with 1:03 to go. You got to meet all your passes, be strong with the ball, and then when you are fouled, go up and knock down free throws.
Land, Curtis, Nelson, Cooper, and Tucker on the floor. Jackson gets it in now to Curtis. Jordan on the right side. Drives around Bosley, and Brett Needham on the drive to the basket and gets nailed on the foul.
That was a good call, but I'm not sure where Jordan was going to go. He was going to go baseline, challenge the much bigger Bosley. Kind of glad they need him there. And they'll send him to the line for the 1-and-1.
At the
big free throws here by Curtis.
At the 1-minute mark. Now Gilmore back in. Nelson out. Jordan Curtis has not scored tonight. This is the 17th foul, so he will have a 1-and-bonus opportunity with his team up by 4. Jordan, couple dribbles, lets it fly, and hits it.
Boy, it didn't look good coming out of his hand, but
it didn't, did it?
Kind of slid in there sideways.
And it rattled the rim and manages to stay down. 5-point Valley lead now with 60 seconds left. Second free throw on its way. Around it is. Oh, it spins out. So the Hawks with a 5-point lead now. Here come the Rams.
Hawks go zone. Hasn't been very good so far. We'll see if we can get one stop, one rebound.
Then cross court it to Buchanan for three. Yes, indeed. Mason Buchanan, his second triple of the ball game. And it's a 2-point game now with 48 and 6/10 seconds. You could tell the Rams were trying to set it up to Buchanan. And he comes through in the clutch with a big three-pointer. And now it is a 2-point ball game. Rams taking a 30-second timeout here. 62-60. The Blackhawks continue to hold on to the lead on the Fast Eddie scoreboard. For certified Angus beef steaks served up the way you want in a great atmosphere, come to 33 Brick Street. They also have hand-breaded fish and chips, tenderloins with their second-to-none homemade soups, and a large selection of craft beverages. They also have a heated, screened-in patio to make you feel like you're outside. For a variety of other menu items, including a tantalizing kids menu, it's 33 Brick Street in downtown French Lick. Good food, all in a legendary atmosphere.
We got a white knuckler, 48.6 to go. Valley's got to get the ball inbounds against heavy Paoli pressure here. Got to come to the ball hard, be strong with it.
Here we go. Land gets it in now to Tucker. Back to Jackson. They'll relinquish a little bit, and Jackson will bring it up here against Jordan Clark, and they're going to get Clark here on the personal foul. And Jordan has picked up his fourth. Now that is the 8th team foul, so it'll still be a 1-1. Jackson, 4 points in the game tonight, will step to the free throw line. Valley right now is 7 of 14, Kevin, at the free throw line for the night.
If they lose it, that'll be why, but it won't matter if Jackson can just knock in two here.
First of which is good.
He clearly wanted the ball. I see the coach Leisman wanted to get the ball. They got an inbound to him, or right back to Tucker, and then back to Land so he could bring it up, and Jackson drained it with no problem.
This to make it a two-possession game, and he got them both.
Onions for Jackson. Land coming up big when he had to have it.
64-60 Hawks. 38 seconds left.
One stop, one rebound.
Lawson into the front court. Cross courts it to Clark. Clark drives. Step back jump shot. Good! Jordan Clark again as Paoli continues to come up with clutch basket after clutch basket. Another 30-second timeout called here by the Rams. And I'm not sure how many timeouts they have. Allen, just like Steve, has been pretty good. Yep, and he says Paoli has one timeout left. The Hawks have 3 timeouts remaining.
Well, Paoli continuing to score. When all Valley has to do is stop him one time and get a rebound and kind of put the game on ice. They can't do it. Rams continuing to just throw counter punch after counter punch, and we'll have to one more time get the ball inbounds, take care of it, and then go knock free throws down. White knuckler here at the Hawks Fest here over the holidays.
28.7 seconds remaining. Valley 64, Paoli 62. Blackhawks will have the length of the floor to go. Nelson, Tucker, Cooper, Curtis, and Land out on the floor. Jackson will trigger the inbound. Here we go. Comes in now to Christian Tucker, and he is fouled immediately by Carter Elliott.
Yeah, they made the decision. They didn't want Jackson Land to get the ball back, so they went ahead and just played the foul game with Tucker, and they'll roll the dice to Christian. He's been hot all night, and go up and not, or maybe miss a free throw. I like our chances here to get 2. We'll see.
4th foul on Carter Elliott, and Christian Tucker now. He's 1 of 2 at the free throw line tonight. 22 points to lead all scorers. This will be the last 1-1 for the Hawks. Free throw on its way. Perfect.
Nothing but the bottom of the net. Christian's been playing for too long and too many big moments to miss that free throw. If he can do it again, Valley continues to be up 2 possessions, but he's got to make this one.
And he got it.
Now again, 1 stop, 1 rebound, and you're in really good shape to bring up a championship to Fresh Lick.
24 seconds left. Here's Lawson around cut. Pull up jumper. No good, but a foul.
Again, we let Lawson get to his left hand. He loves to drive left. He got to where he wanted to go. That was very close to being a 3-point play, but Lawson couldn't finish it. Tut with the foul, and the Rams continuing to pull a John Travolta and stay alive.
21 seconds to go. First free throw by Lawson, good. He has got his 12th point of the ball game. 66-63 now.
Again, it comes down to this. We just can't stop them. We're not going to stop them, so we're going to have to keep making free throws and take care of the ball. Got to make sure you rebound a miss in case he does happen to miss one.
And he does not, however, as that one is good. Ty Lawson has got 13. And Paoli gets a sub in so they can set up their full court pressure.
Hawks have 3 timeouts left if they need them.
Ball comes in now to Curtis. Jordan brings it up. In trouble here. Turns, gets it off the land, and almost thrown away. Brett Bosley got a hand on the pass, but could not keep it from going out of bounds.
Superman effort by Bosley to extend there.
The good thing is,
gamble.
A bunch of time, about 9 seconds ran off the clock. Now there's 12.6 seconds.
Got to know you got timeouts
to get it in to Tucker. Christian is bumped and fouled with 10 and 6/10 seconds to go. And they'll put this one on Hobie Bobbitt. That will be his second. But it is the 10th team foul on Paoli, and now the Hawks will shoot 2 the rest of the way. Christian Tucker, 24 points tonight. 3 out of 4 at the free throw line. He needs at least 1 to make sure that there's no worse than a tie, and he got that one.
Cold-blooded from the line. Christian Tucker knocking him down. Well, we absolutely have to have him. Now, this becomes the even more important one. Can again put you up 2 possessions.
And you got to figure it'll take, now Dusty Cole is going to use his final timeout here with 10 and 6/10 seconds left to go. And it'll be a full timeout. We'll keep it right here with the score, Springs Valley 67, Paoli 64 on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. And Kevin, I kind of took care of the scenario that I was going to set up, because that was the final timeout for Paoli, which I thought Dusty Cole would want to save it, because if his team scores, if it's a 2-pointer or if they get down by 4, if Tucker hits this free throw, then they would have a timeout to stop the clock. If they score with under 5 seconds left, Valley does not even have to inbounds the ball. The clock will just automatically run out.
And that's why I think that was a mistake by Dusty. He's rolling it all in the dice here that he can ice Tucker and him to miss this free throw. Here's the thing, though, if he misses, Mike, I think Valley should foul them and not give up a 3-point play. There's 10.4 to go. You should let them get to half court maybe, then go ahead and hack them and put them on the line. You're up 3 points. Make them shoot the 1-and-1. There's always a possibility that they would miss, and you get a rebound that way. But even if they made both, you'd have the ball still with a 1-point lead. So either way, I don't really like the timeout Dusty Cole called there, but we'll see how it works out. I've seen a lot of teams decide not to foul and give up a 3-pointer to get themselves beat.
Here's the thing, though. Valley has to understand that if there is less than 5 seconds, they don't have to make the inbounds play after the Paoli basket, now, should they score.
If Christian makes this free throw, if I'm Springs Valley, I'm going to call timeout and tell my team that, and make sure they understand the situation. He's got 3 left. We'll see what he opts to do.
All right, here we go.
Bottom line is, if you make this free throw, Paoli's in a world of hurt.
Yeah, it's a 2-possession lead. Here's the free throw. It is up, and it's good!
And Coach Leisman is going to take the timeout to set his defense and make sure they know the situation. That's why he's one of the best.
Another terrific night for Christian Tucker. A 26-point effort. The Hawks lead by 4 with 10 and 6/10 seconds remaining. And we'll take a quick 30-second timeout and be back for the conclusion of this championship game of the Springs Valley Holiday Tourney right after this.
When someone in your family needs rehab or nursing care, be sure to visit Springs Valley Meadows in French Lick. There's a reason why Springs Valley Meadows has been given a 5-star rating, and we'd like to show you why. This is Shaylin Lindsay, Director of Admissions, with an invitation to visit Springs Valley Meadows on Highway 145 and see our large rehab facility where we put your loved one on the road to recovery. Whether it's rehab, respite care, skilled nursing care, or long-term care, we can help at Springs Valley Meadows, where caring people make the difference. 936-9991.
This is Springs Valley Junior Guard LaShawn Tutt. Hear every dribble, pass, and shot of Blackhawk basketball on the sports voice of the Valley Q100.
Hawks by 4, Rams with a basketball. Kevin, what's Dusty Cole going to do here?
Needs to get a quick shot, obviously, but if he scores, he doesn't have any timeouts left, so he should call a timeout anyway and get a technical on purpose. We'll see what happens. Probably won't matter.
It comes into Lawson. He drives. He throws it out to Buchanan. 3 on the way. It's good.
Oh, look at that. How about
that's got to be a delay. And what are they going to call here?
The officials should have let that go because now
that should be a technical foul.
Dusty gets the benefit of a delay of game call. Now, it's just a warning. It's the first time. That's really good coaching by Paoli, honestly, and that's bad officiating because they have to know that that's a chance that Paoli's going to do that, and now they get to stop the clock. They get the benefit of breaking the rule. That's where the officials just need to be smarter about what the game situation is.
Yeah, when you intentionally try to
That's just really poor officiating, I think, by the official. I understand it was a delay of game. He did tip the ball out of the net, but they have to understand he did it on purpose to stop the clock. Now, I said he should go a timeout anyway and get himself teed up so at least stop the clock, but he came up with an idea even better. Go ahead and take your delay of game warning. The officials should know the game situation better than that and just not call that, and the game would be over and Springs Valley would win by 1 point. Because they get the benefit of breaking the rules, Valley's still got to have a struggle here to get the ball in bounds. That's bad officiating, I think.
Right. So credit the basket to Mason Buchanan, a three-pointer that has cut Valley's lead to 1 at 68-67 on the Fast Eddie scoreboard. Now the officials are conferring here.
They're lobbying Paoli to get more time.
And I don't think that's really the case. You've got to allow for reaction time by the timer. And that's what Charlie Baumeister is explaining here to the Ram coaching staff. Right now, there's 1 3/10 seconds remaining. Now Charlie Baumeister is coming over, and he is saying, did you shut off the clock at the appropriate time when the whistle blew? And Todd Marshall running the clock said, yes, we did.
I really want to talk to somebody about the officiating protocol about that because Dusty, I mean, I give him all the credit. I have no problem with what Paoli did. They did whatever they had to do to stop the clock. They had no timeout, so they go ahead and take the delay of game on purpose. I just think the officials, knowing the situation, should have ignored that.
Right, should have ignored it, let the clock run out.
Yeah, because now they essentially gave Paoli a chance to win by breaking the rules. I don't think that's right.
Exactly.
Now, nevertheless, Rams are out of timeouts. Valley has 2 left if they can't get it in. We need to throw the ball long, get it touched, and get out of here.
Right. All right, here we go. Tucker looks to get it in. They'll do the double inbounds. It comes into Tucker, and he is fouled with 0.6 of a second left. And again, Dusty Cole lobbying for more time. And I don't think he's going to get it. They're going to put the foul on Jordan Clark. He is fouled out of the ball game now.
All right, let's play more clock management here. No matter what happens on this free throw, this first one, Valley should miss the second one.
Right.
Should miss the second one on purpose.
That would force a desperation heave from about 75 feet. So Clark calls for the foul. He's gone. He finishes with 8 points in the contest. He fouls out with 0.6 seconds. And Christian Tucker will go to the free throw line here to shoot 2. The best he can do, though, is give Valley a 3-point lead. And Charlie Baumeister explaining something to Michael Leachman. Dusty Cole still up. He's still lobbing for more, and now they are. They're going to put 0.9. They're going to add 0.3 of a second here, Kevin, to make it 0.9. And I definitely do not agree with that at all. The officials had no concept of any time that should have run off. Christian's free throw, good.
All right, now again, he should miss this. The coach has got to be aware of this. Christian's got to know, hey, miss this free throw and the game's over because they have to get a rebound and then throw in an 80-footer. If you make it, they can take the ball out, throw it long, and they'll have a 40-footer, 35-footer potentially. So he needs to miss this. I hope he knows it.
Let's see if he does.
No, he might try to make it.
He made it.
And then Michael's going to call a timeout.
And I think he may want to go ahead and foul here. We'll see.
Well, if you want to put the game in the hands of Charlie Baumeister or give him a chance to call a 3-point foul, I don't know if I do. I hate the timeout Michael called right there. I think he called a good one earlier, but I don't like that one. That gives Dusty a chance. This game's over if he just misses the free throw, Mike.
Yeah.
If he misses the free throw, you throw it up there long, it bounces away, and we're history. We're doing a Toyota commercial. We're jumping up and down saying, oh, what a feeling. But now we've given him a outside chance to tie this game up. I don't like how this last few seconds have went.
Well, you know, they will try to throw at least a half-court pass here. Now, you can foul while the ball is being inbounded. There's no extra penalty like there is in the NBA where you get one free throw and the ball out. So if Michael Leachman elects to foul, I think he's saying principle of verticality, just do not foul, whatever it is.
It's going to end up giving Paoli a 35-footer, 25-footer, something like that. They'll probably miss it, but they could make it, and you wouldn't have had to worry about it if you just missed the last free throw. We'll have to talk to him about that at the end of the game. What a game it's been. Let's see if we can hold up one more time defensively.
Paoli, the length of the floor. Ashton Minton looking. Throws it down court. It is Buchanan. He's up a pass. No good. And Springs Valley has done it. They have won their own holiday tourney, knocking off their arch rival, the Paoli Rams. Maybe a little question at the end that Mason Buchanan was fouled, trying to heave up that desperation 30-footer, but no call by the officials, and Paoli avenges their championship game loss from a year ago by triumphing over the Paoli Rams here tonight, 70-67, and you know what makes it even more fun? These teams are going to get together in 3 weeks right here on this same court on January the 18th.
We'll look forward to that one, but for tonight, we're going to celebrate the holidays with a trophy presentation here on our own floor. What is better in life than winning a holiday tournament in your own building? The kids are happy on the side or on the floor right now. Everybody's going to be talking Springs Valley hoops, not just here, but all over Lawrence County. Oh, what a feeling when you can beat your arch rival on your home floor for a trophy. It's a big-time performance by both teams, and a really, really big-time clutch performance by the Hawks in the fourth quarter when they had to have it.
Principal Kyle Nykum handing Valley the championship trophy. The three seniors, Cole Cooper, Jackson Land, and Christian Tucker, accepting it for the team as the guys in their white uniforms huddled together here. And you're right, it doesn't get a whole lot better than this for Springs Valley. What a game, as Valley was able to answer every Paoli challenge all night long, and they hold on and get the three-point victory, 70-67 the final score. Valley with a glossy 9-1 record. Now they've won 8 in a row. They keep their home record perfect now at 6-0 on the season. They know they've got a couple of tough ones coming up, including Friday night when they get back to conference action on the road at Crawford County.
Undefeated Crawford County.
Right, and then back again at home against Tecumseh then the following Saturday, a week from tomorrow. So there won't be too much celebrating after this, but for now, this night belongs to Springs Valley. Blackhawks, champions of their own holiday tourney for the first time ever. They are all smiles as they are huddled around getting their pictures taken for posterity's sake, and every single one of them earned it here today. So Valley at 9-1 on the year. Paoli, the tough luck loser, they played a whale of a ball game as well, but they will now drop to 8-3 on the season. We'll be back to recap all of tonight's championship game action here at the Hawks Nest in French Lick. Again on the Fast Eddie's scoreboard, the final score, the Springs Valley Blackhawks 70, the Paoli Rams 67. You're listening to Springs Valley High School Basketball.
Sometimes it seems that all we ever do is wait. In traffic, at the supermarket checkout, even for the mailman. But there's one place you won't have to wait, at least not for very long. Orange County Quick Lube in Paoli. When every minute counts in your hectic day, Cody Rutherford and the team at Quick Lube will get your vehicle serviced with quality oil, top off all your car's fluids, and have you on your way in no time. So the next time you don't think there's enough time in the day to get everything done, remember Orange County Quick Lube. Quick in, quick out. That's what they're all about. Orange County Quick Lube on Gospel Street next to the car wash in Paoli.
The 2019 Silverado is now in stock at Babcock Motors, Orange County's only new car dealer. See the brand new Silverado and the popular Chevy Equinox compact SUV with up to 39 miles per gallon highway at Babcock Motors in Orleans, 865-2502.
For Valley Marathon, this is Eric Elkins, manager, inviting you to try our new Cadillac coffee with 9 creamer flavors and a dozen flavor shots. It's not expensive, just $1 for a 12-ounce cup of delicious coffee. It's at Valley Marathon, 936-9999.
For all of us at El Compadre Mexican Restaurants in West Baden, Paoli, Micho, and Bedford, this is Roy Perez asking you to stop for tacos, fajita, chimichanga, or a Mexican burrito at any of our 4 Mexican restaurants.
Need a real estate appraisal? Do you need to sell your home, farm, or business? Call Brooks Galloway Real Estate and Appraisal on College Street in French Lick, 936-7301, or Paoli at 723-7302. See the listings on the web at brooksgalloway.com.
This is Jamie Schinnebarger, President and CEO of Springs Valley Bank and Trust. As another exciting year draws to a close, we express gratitude to our customers and our communities. Thank you for placing your confidence and trust in us and allowing Springs Valley to be your community bank. Looking ahead to 2019, Springs Valley continues to expand our products and services, which are designed to help our neighbors realize their financial dreams, grow local businesses, and support our communities. On behalf of everyone at Springs Valley, best wishes this holiday season. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As parents of a child who was actively involved in school athletics and extracurricular activities, Brian and Annette Hawkins of Wolf Contracting know the sacrifices parents make in attending games and getting them to and from practice, and salute these parents for their extraordinary commitment. As citizens who care about our environment, the Hawkins hope you'll join them in their recycling efforts to make Orange County a safe and enjoyable place to live. Proud to call Orange County home. Wolf Contracting, just west of Paoli.
The weather may be unpredictable, but a meal at the Superburger is always the perfect forecast. You know the Superburger for all their delicious locally raised grass-fed beef burgers. But did you know the Superburger has an ultimate grilled cheese and homemade tomato soup for those cold and rainy days, along with delicious bread bowls filled with chili, cheesy potato, veggie beef, cheddar broccoli, or chicken noodle. For dessert, try their warm homemade cobblers with a scoop of ice cream. The Superburger is open Sunday through Thursday, 11 to 8, Friday and Saturday, 11 to 9. Come experience the best dressed burger in town. Phone ahead, 723-4445.
You wouldn't come out of your room for a week. And before we begin our post-game activities at the Hawks Nest here in French Lick, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Springs Valley High School basketball.
Catch all the action of Blackhawk and IU sports on the Sports Voice of the Valley, WFLQ, French Lick, Indiana.
Back once again at Springs Valley High School, where the host Blackhawks have just put the finishing touches on claiming their first ever holiday tourney title, as they're able to best the Paoli Rams 70-67, the final in a game that was just as close as the final margin would indicate. It was punch and counter punch all night long in this one. Valley would run out to a lead only to see the Rams come back, but it was some clutch play down the stretch, Kevin, by the Hawks that helped them preserve the victory here tonight.
Well, you and I talked about it being like a heavyweight fight out there as both teams just continue to throw haymakers at each other. Buchanan making threes all over the place. We could not stay in front of Lawson. Bosley was all over it. Apparently shot 57%, Mike, and lost. Imagine that. They went on somebody's home floor, shot 57%, out-rebounded us by a pretty good amount, and still couldn't beat us because we were clutch as well, raining three-pointers all over the place. We make 9 tonight from downtown, and then in the fourth quarter when winning time came, we were knocking down the free throws that we absolutely had to have. That was just a high-quality, big-time high school basketball game, and really good to be a part of it here. Orange County High School hysteria at its best. People tell you that high school basketball is dead. They weren't here tonight to watch this one. This was two really good teams playing at a high level, especially offensively. Springs Valley able to just make a couple more plays, finds a way to win.
All right, let's bring in head coach Michael Leitsman now. And Coach, I don't think there's any doubt that you are so proud of your kids right now.
Oh yeah, I'm always proud of these guys. These guys are special. They mean a lot to me, and they just play a fun brand of basketball. It's amazing how I'm probably going to go off course here, but hear me out. We've got LaShawn Tutt, for example. Each one of them are special. LaShawn Tutt 2 years ago did not play at all. Last year he was ineligible. At this point of the season last year he was ineligible. Missed too many days of school. This year he's on a roll. Did not miss a single day of school, making plays on the court. those three seniors have been great their whole careers, but they've shown a lot of growth. So those guys are playing at elevated roles. We were asking them to do more than they've ever asked anybody's ever asked them to do, and they're stepping up. Javon Gilmore's doing the best he's ever been at school and on the court. Connor Nelson's been great. We've had so many guys that on the court and off the court are doing a lot of great things for us, and it's a fun year to be a part of this group.
Just talk a little bit about it. It was punch, counter punch all night long. They answered your runs. You answered their runs. Just talk a little bit about the ebb and flow of this one.
If you guys were here last year and watched the Holiday Tournament Championship, it was exactly the same. It felt like we'd make a play, and the next thing you know, Ty Lawson's making a play. And then we'd come down and make a play, and then Jordan Clark makes a play. I mean, they just made play after play. We made play after play. It was a fun game, a very fun basketball game. But, it's all about just making one more winning play than the other team, and we were able to do that tonight.
Clutch shot after clutch shot, especially Christian Tucker hit all 7 of his free throws down the stretch. You guys hit 11 out of...
I think I've been consistent. I've always said when we absolutely need them, these guys will step up and make them, and they proved that tonight. Christian did a great job at the line, sealed it right there, but Jordan Curtis made his. LaShawn Tutt shot 50%. If LaShawn Tutt can shoot 50%, we're very, very happy. That's 50% better than what he's been shooting. So I told you guys, whenever it mattered, these guys would step up, and they did.
Well, you had a tough time stopping them. I think that was pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Have you ever won a game where you got out-rebounded? I had you get out-rebounded by 9, and your opponent shoots 57% from the field, and yet you still win. That's got to be, a huge, difficult thing to do. But you guys offensively were so good all night long. You made just enough plays to figure out a way to win.
Yeah, and our defense was not very good this weekend. We really struggled to guard, and we struggled to do what we do defensively. But this group just finds a way. I mean, they made a couple defensive plays there when we absolutely had to, but offensively they're stepping up in a big way. And it's good to see, because going into this year, we lost a lot of good seniors last year, and we lost a lot of scoring. And everybody came into this year, a lot of critics saying that we couldn't score. This team only has Christian. Nobody else can score. And who do we have double figures tonight? I'm sure. Every game we've got 3 guys in double figures, and it's not just Christian Tucker.
Well, almost. You had 2. Christian had 28. Connor had 15, but Cole Cooper had 9, but he was in foul trouble a lot of the night. So, he didn't play the whole game.
So everybody's just stepping up, making shots. We lost Whitaker, we lost Carnes, we lost Tao, we lost McElfresh, Isaac Carnes. We lost some big scorers last year, but kids just step up, and that's what these guys are doing.
Mike and I used to sit up here on this, love this court for years, and we would have all these numbers about, well, Valley can just do this, they can have a winning season. If they can just figure out a way to win 3 out of the next 4, they can get to double digits and wins. But you came in here and made a culture change where winning is not hoped for, but it's expected. And I just feel like, these kids, many of these kids were part of an undefeated JV team a few years ago. They've been a part of high-level winning teams that have won multiple games, been in big moments, and now we've reached that point where we've kind of expect to win these big-type games. I felt like that was a big part of it tonight. When things got really rough, Valley's kids used to panic, kind of wilt a little bit in the fourth quarter, couldn't figure out a way to do it. They were kind of like what the Shoals kids are now. They were struggling, trying to get over that hump. Well, you've got them over that hump, and now, in these big-time moments, you guys can make plays, stay calm when everybody else is around them losing their minds, and get the job done. I just thought that your team's poise in the fourth quarter was tremendous.
Yeah, and I've always said this as a coach. The hardest thing to do is to teach kids how to win. And because it's impossible. At some point they just got to win to do it. And the undefeated JV season helped, but there's only 3 of them out there. The other 4, the juniors, they didn't play on that JV team very much. So it was mainly those 3 sophomores and a couple older kids. So those 4 juniors have really bought in. Those 3 seniors have led them, but those 4 juniors didn't have a whole lot of success growing up, and they have changed their attitudes. They've changed the way they played. They bought into something bigger than ourselves, and it's starting to show. But those 3 seniors, I think winning that undefeated season helped. Obviously, that's huge. But the sectional championship last year kind of put us over that hump. We kind of realized, hey, we're for real. And it also, those 3 seniors this year kind of kept that mentality, and these 4 juniors have picked up on it right away. And we've kind of overcame that. There's a calm at the end of the game because it's been going our way for so long.
Now, Mike and I were not calm. We don't have to be calm up here. We can scream into the microphone, and I want you to know that I love you, and I was coaching the game along with you in my mind and on the air with my mouth. I did, however, almost throw my Mountain Dew bottle at you because I wanted Christian to miss that last free throw on purpose, and he went ahead and made it. You survived the long pass, survived them begging for a call, survived a 35-footer from Buchanan. Come out of here with a win. What's the mood of everybody right here? Are they hungry for more, or do they feel like satisfied? Because you got to fight that satisfaction feeling.
This group's never satisfied. I'm never satisfied. This group's never satisfied. It felt good to beat Paoli this time, but I want to beat them when it really matters in the conference. And I know our kids do too. And hey, we got a really tough game next weekend. And I'm kind of got that in the back of my mind right now. But we made that free throw. The way we played, I'm not going to take any chances of them somehow getting that rebound and throwing it in, because knowing our luck, that was the longest 10 seconds ever. And just knowing our luck, they would have somehow
hit an 80-footer.
Yeah, so if they're going to make an 80-footer, let's go to overtime.
Coach, we speculated too.
And I'm kind of worried, if a kid tries to miss it and he bricks it, and they get
misses everything, they get it out of bounds anyway, right?
Unless you practice missing it on purpose, which occasionally maybe you do, I don't know.
The way we shoot free throws, we don't practice missing them.
Coach, I want to back up one more play from that. Christian hit 2 free throws. That puts you up by 4. They come down. Buchanan hits a 3 to cut it to 1. Less than 5 seconds left. They were out of timeout, so you knew you didn't even have to throw the ball inbounds. Yeah. They knock it out of bounds, so they kind of bend the rules a little bit. What was your perspective on that?
That's a smart play. Good credit Paoli, but we told our guys to fumble the ball around, let it roll in that tunnel, run the baseline for 4 seconds, and I'll call timeout if I absolutely have to, but we're not inbounding it.
I had suggested on the air that maybe Dusty would run on the court and call timeout anyway, even though he didn't have one, take the intentional technical just to stop the game.
Yeah.
But I didn't think about the delay game tactic there. I thought the officials should have ignored that, by the way, expecting that to happen and just let that go.
Yeah,
they chose not to. Ended up kind of giving them a chance.
Yeah, and fortunately the roles weren't reversed, because we couldn't have done that, because Cole Cooper got called early warning. So if we would have done that, it would have been a technical 2 free throws on the ball. So the good thing that was the other way around.
Well, certainly a tremendous victory here today. Anytime you can beat your arch rivals, it has to be huge. You're going to play them again here in 3 weeks as well. That one, of course, will count in the conference standings, of course, but at least you've got a nice little trophy to hang in the trophy case.
Hey, I'll be
now.
honest, I really wanted that trophy. It's really cool, but the ball swivels. So you can take the ball and it swivels. Me and Coach Niehaus were checking out earlier, and we hadn't won that. In this group, we came in, we had our first winning season. Last year we won conference, we won sectional. This year we really won a regional. I mean, these guys are hungry for a regional. Last year we were satisfied with sectional. That was the worst week. That was the funnest and worst week of my life last year, because these kids thought the season was over. Last year we won a sectional. This year, we're hungry for that next step, and it felt really good along the way to get this holiday tournament. Finally. Especially after last year's heartbreaking loss.
All right, Coach, just a quick thought here. Practice this week and back to a double weekend, really, for the next couple of weekends. You've got Crawford County Friday night to come see on Saturday, and then West Washington and Shoals the following weekend. So still a lot of big games coming up just around the corner here.
Hey, we've got a brutal stretch coming up. Crawford County is one of the better teams around. They took Tell City down to the wire today. They're really good. Big physical at Crawford County. I don't even want to know how long it's been since we won at Crawford. Actually, I do.
I'll let you know. I'll do the homework and let you know this week.
Kansas is playing really good basketball. They beat Morristown the other day. Took one by Southridge. Southridge 3A. The Montgomery kids stud. West Washington, they're very talented. Shoals, you guys kind of hit on it. They haven't really took that curve yet, but they've got some players and they can play. They're a tough matchup for us. And then we got Paoli and Dubois. It doesn't get any easier. So I'm going to enjoy this for about 30 minutes. I'm going to be worried about the next 3 weeks.
All right, Coach, we appreciate you stopping by. Congratulations. Terrific victory here, and let's keep this thing going next weekend as well.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me.
All right, Michael Leitzman, the head coach of the Springs Valley Blackhawks, joining us here after the contest as Valley wins it here 70-67 in this championship game of the Paoli Holiday Tourney. Let's take a look at the scoring of the contest for the Rams. They're now 8-3 on the year, 5-2 away from home. They'll take second place, which is, what do they say? It's like, ties are like kissing your sister, I guess. Second place is, I don't know.
Worse than that, Mike. You've heard me say it on the air before. I'll say it. I said it last night to my son. He knows how it is. They lost on a buzzer beater last night. There's just two things in sports. There's winning and there's misery. That's all there is.
Sure.
Valley gets to win, but Coach Dusty Cole, who just walked by us, and the Paoli kids, they're just going to be miserable tonight. They played maybe their best game of the year, and it wasn't quite good enough. There's no such thing as a moral victory at this point for these two proud programs. It's just going to be a long 12 miles home, just a miserable way to spend the holiday weekend, and that's just how it is when you're a competitive athlete.
Brett Bosley leads the way tonight for the Rams. He scored 15. The other double-figure scorer, Ty Lawson, he had 13. 4 other guys all within a basket of doing that. Ashton Minton and then Mason Buchanan off the bench each had 9. Buchanan hit a couple of huge threes down the stretch to keep Paoli in the hunt there, including that one that cut it to 1 at 68-67, but it turned out to not quite be enough. 8 each for Jordan Clark and for Hobie Bobbitt. 3 points from Carter Elliott and 2 more out of Parker Sullivan. So all 8 that got into the game for Dusty Cole's squad able to score. For Springs Valley, they used 7, and all 7 of them scored. Another banner night for Christian Tucker. 28 points tonight for the Valley senior. He had 3 3-pointers in the game, 7 out of 8 at the free throw line, including a perfect 7 of 7 in that 4th quarter of play. Connor Nelson, and what can you say about Valley's super sub? He just keeps coming in off the bench and lighting it up. 5 more 3-pointers here tonight, including 2 big ones there in the 4th quarter, as Valley was able to answer each of the Paoli challenges. Cole Cooper, despite being in foul trouble much of the night, scored 9, 6 each from Jackson Land and LaShawn Tutt. Javon Gilmore off the bench had 5, and Valley's other point coming on a free throw by Jordan Curtis. Hawks led 19-15 after 1, 31-30 at halftime. They still led by 1 after 3, 46-45, and they hold on for the victory, 70-67 on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. They improved to 9-1 now on the year, 6-0 here on their home floor, and they have now won 8 consecutive contests, and that will certainly be severely put to the test next Friday night when they head down to Marengo to take on Jerry Hanger's Crawford County Wolfpack. We'll take a break and look at the statistics in the contest when we return. This is Springs Valley High School basketball.
Signs may come and go, but one sign to watch out for that will always be there when you're buying or selling property is Trinkle Group Real Estate in Paoli. You can count on Trinkle Group to help you find just the right home or property in the exact setting you're looking for. Trinkle Group Real Estate is a member of a multiple listing service with many residential and commercial listings in the area. Talk to Rosemary Trinkle or any of her agents, and they'll get to work for you right away. For real estate appraisals, just look for the green and yellow signs of Trinkle Group Real Estate in Paoli. Call 877-723-5593.
You've worked hard to build and protect your estate throughout your lifetime. Enjoy the confidence that comes from knowing all you've worked for may be preserved for your heirs. Please call Jamie Sullivan, Senior Vice President of Investments of Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, located in Mitchell at 849-2670. Jamie can help design a comprehensive plan suited for your family's future financial needs. Call Jamie Sullivan today at 849-2670. Raymond James and Associates Incorporated, member New York Stock Exchange, SIPC.
The 2019 Silverado is now in stock at Babcock Motors, Orange County's only new car dealer. See the brand new Silverado and the popular Chevy Equinox compact SUV with up to 39 miles per gallon highway at Babcock Motors in Orleans, 865-2502.
For Valley Marathon, this is Eric Elkins, manager, inviting you to try our new Cadillac coffee with 9 creamer flavors and a dozen flavor shots. It's not expensive, just $1 for a 12-ounce cup of delicious coffee. It's at Valley Marathon, 936-9999.
For all of us at El Compadre Mexican Restaurants in West Baden, Paoli, Micho, and Bedford, this is Roy Perez asking you to stop for tacos, fajita, chimichanga, or a Mexican burrito at any of our 4 Mexican restaurants.
Need a real estate appraisal? Do you need to sell your home, farm, or business? Call Brooks Galloway Real Estate and Appraisal on College Street in French Lick, 936-7301, or Paoli at 723-7302. See the listings on the web at brooksgalloway.com.
This is Springs Valley Junior Guard LaShawn Tutt. Hear every dribble, pass, and shot of Blackhawk basketball on the sports voice of the Valley Q100.
Back again here at the Hawks Nest in French Lick. Spring Valley, champions of their own holiday tourney. They upend the Paoli Rams here tonight by a final count of 70-67. One of the guys that had a big hand in the victory tonight, junior LaShawn Tutt, 6 points in the contest, and again, just a great overall floor contest as well. LaShawn, first of all, great win for the team. How's everybody feeling right now?
It feels great. We've really never beat Paoli in basically anything, and to come out here and get this win tonight feels amazing.
You know, last year, I think at this time, Coach was saying you were ineligible, you're back, and that is a testament to you. Obviously, you wanted to get back and become a part of the team. Just talk a little bit about what you've had to go through to kind of get back on and get where you are right now.
First of all, definitely had to show up to school. I showed up to school, got to my classes on time, kept my grades up, and put school before basketball, and then basketball was always second. But right now I have A's and B's. Didn't miss a day of school this 9 weeks, and I'm doing great now.
Yeah, I want you to know that all of French Lick, all of Orange County, and us up here, we're all proud of you for what you've had to do that. I know it's not always easy out there, and you figured out a way to grow up and be mature and get what you had to do. We're proud of you for that. You had a very tough assignment tonight in guarding the ultra-quick, highly athletic Ty Lawson. I'm assuming that you'll probably see Ty Lawson in your sleep tonight sometimes as he kind of goes by you. You're extremely quick as well, but he's just hard to guard. But yet, you hung in there. You bothered him just enough to get a couple of critical key misses, and I do think he wore down as the game continued.
Yeah, I just try to slide my feet, stay in front of him, and play the best defense possible.
Obviously, you guys knew that he wanted to go to his left. You tried to keep him from going to his left, but he's so good that he got to his left anyway numerous times. I'm sure the coaches were telling you that. Do you ever just feel like grabbing him and say, go this way?
Yeah.
Got to be a lot of fun, LaShawn. Again, just a great team effort tonight. You know, at times it was Christian stepping up. At times it was Connor stepping up. Javon had a couple of big baskets. You came through with a big bunch of plays. And despite Cole being in foul trouble, he made some big plays. I mean, everybody contributed to this. How much fun is that when you get those kind of contributions from everybody and somebody always seems to step up at the right time?
It feels great. Getting everyone touches, everyone gets the ball, moving the ball around. We have 5 guards on the court. We're quicker than most teams, but we just moved the ball around and got to the hole.
You guys really had to step it up. I know the quality of competition not quite as sound with Orleans and New Washington. That's no disrespect to their program, certainly, but you knew you were facing a pretty tough Paoli squad. And is this team been able to get up for the big games?
Yeah, we go into every game ready to win. We don't underlook anyone. Anyone can beat us, but we just focus on what we have to do and get the job done.
Did you ever look up, just maybe after a foul or a whistle or whatever, look up in the crowd and see just how many people were here tonight? This place was packed.
Yeah, this atmosphere was crazy.
LaShawn, again, 8 in a row now for you guys, and I know you guys are having a lot of fun. You're having to work hard. I know Coach really motivates you in practice quite a bit, but still has to be a lot of fun what you guys are going through. And hey, it's going to get pretty tough here in this month of January. You're going to be seeing a lot of good teams come in here, and it starts Friday night with a trip down to Crawford County.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough opponent, but I think if we play to our potential, then we'll end up beating them. We just have to play to our potential and move the ball around, get everyone touches, and I think we'll be fine.
All righty. We're looking forward to it. We'll hold you to that, I guess, to a degree. Hey, terrific effort, young man. Keep up the good work, and we'll see you guys Friday down at Crawford.
Thank you.
That is junior LaShawn Tutt, 6 points in the contest here tonight as the Hawks win it over Paoli by a final count of 70-67 on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. Kevin, you want to go ahead and peruse through the final statistics
I can do it. Here are the numbers. Now listen to these numbers for Paoli and try to figure out how they got beat. 21 for 32 from 2-point range. That is 66%. They shoot 5 out of 15 from downtown for 33%, so we had them for 26 for 47, 55.3%.
Wow.
10 out of 14 from the line for 71%. That's pretty good. They out-rebound Springs Valley by 9, 25 to 16, 6 of those on the offensive end. And despite all of that, those 12 turnovers that they had ended up being just enough to give the Hawks enough stops to figure out a way to win. For Springs Valley, they also shoot the lights out. 14 for 23 from two-point range is 61%, but an astronomical 9 for 20 from three-point range for 45%. 9 three-pointers made, I believe, is a season high. 23 out of 43 for 53% overall. From the line has been a struggle throughout the year, but 15 for 22 from the line tonight, 68.2%. We did get out-rebounded by 9, as I mentioned, 25-16. 4 of those 16 on the offensive end. We turned it over just 9 times, though, in a highly pressurized environment. 9 turnovers is a pretty good number. The game went back and forth numerous times. 6 times it was tied tonight. 9 times the lead changed hands. When you add it all together, got done with the final horn, and the last 10 seconds seemed to take an eternity as the strategies and the tremendous play by both teams. Neither team wanted to lose. When you all on the scoreboard and the clock said double zeros, it was Springs Valley with a 70-67 win.
Kevin, ironic enough, it was that acrobatic shot to end the third quarter by Christian Tucker. That put Valley up by 1 going into the fourth quarter, and the Hawks would never lose the lead after that.
It was a knockdown, drag-out battle that fourth quarter. It felt like that the game would never end. Both teams scoring at will on each other. Neither team could find a way to get consecutive stops out there. And again, it's just a matter of us making big plays when we absolutely had to make them. Buchanan, for them, made all sorts of big plays as well, as did Bosley and Lawson, among others. It was a big-time performance by a lot of different kids out there. Both teams should be proud of their performance, but at the end of the day, there's only one team that can come out of here with a victory, and tonight, that's the Springs Valley Blackhawks.
And like I said before, what's going to be fun is 3 weeks from tonight, these teams are going to do it all over again right here on this same floor.
Oh, I'm sure that this loss will motivate Dusty Cole like no other. He's a protege of Mike Brown, who just absolutely despised the other Orange County school. Dusty, I'm sure, doesn't feel any differently than that, so it will be a big-time revenge, motivating game with the conference potentially on the line here in a few weeks. Of course, we have Crawford before that, and they're extremely good as well. Orange County basketball is at a high fever pitch at this point, and tonight the king of the mountain is Springs Valley.
Final again, 70-67 as the Hawks triumph over the Rams on the Fast Eddie's Country Store and Deli scoreboard. We'll take our final break and wrap things up when we come back to the Hawks Test in a moment. This is Springs Valley High School basketball.
Sometimes it seems that all we ever do is wait. In traffic, at the supermarket checkout, even for the mailman. But there's one place you won't have to wait, at least not for very long. Orange County Quick Lube in Paoli. When every minute counts in your hectic day, Cody Rutherford and the team at Quick Lube will get your vehicle serviced with quality oil, top off all your car's fluids, and have you on your way in no time. So the next time you don't think there's enough time in the day to get everything done, remember Orange County Quick Lube. Quick in, quick out. That's what they're all about. Orange County Quick Lube on Gospel Street next to the car wash in Paoli.
Take control of your internet service in 2018. When you switch to Smithville for our nationally recognized internet service, you will automatically get our best speed available. We don't sell speed tiers or use data caps. So if you're ready to take control with the region's best internet, get Smithville's rock-solid internet platform. Go online today at switchtosmithville.com and get Smithville's best available speed. That's switchtosmithville.com.
We're offering something new at Springs Valley Meadows, outpatient therapy. Get the details by calling me, Shaylin Lindsay, Director of Admissions, at 936-9991. If you're needing long-term, short-term care, hospice, or respite care for a loved one, Springs Valley Meadows has a compassionate therapist and the latest technologies and programs to fit your needs. Programs to increase mobility to get your loved ones back home as soon as possible. Come visit Springs Valley Meadows, an American senior community facility in French Lick.
Need a real estate appraisal? Do you need to sell your home, farm, or business? Call Brooks Galloway Real Estate and Appraisal on College Street in French Lick, 936-7301 or Paoli at 723-7302. See the listings on the web at brooksgalloway.com.
Landis Insurance in Orleans is serious about protecting you and your interests. They represent Hastings Mutual, and Landis is ready to satisfy your auto, home, farm, business, or other insurance needs. Hastings Mutual and Landis together providing Midwestern value since 1885. Call the Landis Agency in Orleans at 865-4792. Back for the final time at Springs Valley High School as we wrap up our long two-day coverage of the Springs Valley Holiday Tourney. 5 games in all, and Orange County teams winning 3 of those 5. Of course, one was a head-to-head last night with Valley and Orleans, but the Hawks taking care of business and winning the tournament for the first time as they hold on and beat Paoli by 3 here tonight, 70-67 in a hotly contested battle.
Hey, if you're an Orange County basketball fan, you got me pumped up about all of the teams. Paoli is a high-level offensive team with extreme athleticism and a chance to go deep into the tournament themselves, I think. Springs Valley, again, having one of those outstanding dream seasons after they laid that egg at Forest Park early in the season right there on Thanksgiving weekend, a game that remains to be, or still is, inexplicable. They've won 8 in a row since, and they managed to continue to play it, improve, and get better. And offensively, Springs Valley is playing at a sky-high level, a chance to go deep into the tournament if they can just lock their defense down just a little bit. And Orleans, even though they're struggling with their record, is so much better than they were at the start of the year that their rapid improvement is very, very impressive to me. They're, in 2 months, I don't think anybody's going to want to play them. But the maestro on the sideline, their sophomores all gaining experience, trial by fire. I don't want to play Orleans in 2 months either. Give them a couple of years to get those kids in the weight room, get those kids stronger and more physically developed, and they're not going to be any fun to play either. So Orange County basketball, all 3 schools, really, really impressive to me at least. And it's going to be fun as the second half of the year starts. We start the new year, seeing where these teams can go.
But right now, Kevin, the Springs Valley Express on a definite roll. They've won 8 consecutive ball games. They're now 9-1 on the year. But as we talked about, the schedule gets really, really tough, and it starts next Friday night with a trip down to Marengo. I think Crawford County ranked 3rd in Class 2A, and as you said before, they are undefeated. And Jerry Hanger, I think he made the right call to take that team back over, or I should say over. He's been the athletic director there for a number of years. We remember when he was here in the early 90s as coach of the Blackhawks, and it's no surprise that he has his Wolfpack playing extremely
well. Took over
a
team that was very well coached under Levi Carmichael. It was kind of loosened the reins just a bit. Kids are relaxed and playing loose and free there, and he's got the Wolfpack playing well. Let me tell you what, going to Marengo with 3,500 people jammed in that gym with their feet hanging down from the balcony, they'll get there about 4 o'clock. You won't be able to get in there. You'll have to squeeze all the Valley fans into one little spot. I have been there when Otis Broughton, I was part of the staff that played Crawford County in a regional championship game back when it was a 1-game regional, and they got to host it. It was about 200 degrees in that gym that day, and we were able to come out with a win and beat them. But it'll be that type of atmosphere again next Friday night. The people in Marengo love it when Crawford County is good. It will be perhaps a packed house there or very close to it. It'll be an unbelievably fun game to watch. The PLAC perhaps on the line. That's going to be a lot of fun for these kids to go about. I tell you what, if they just want to rest on their laurels and celebrate the new year and kind of come back and kind of struggle a little bit in practice, they'll get their butt kicked next Friday night by the Wolfpack, who are laying in wait, dying for some success. They made a deep run to the state championship game just a couple of years ago, and they have a tradition of success down there that they really enjoy as well. So
no question.
Things are going to be really tough next Friday night. We'll enjoy this tonight, though, and get a couple days off to kind of rest a little bit and get our minds right and get our bodies healthy, but still a long, hard road for this Valley team, and a lot more left to accomplish. Can't just celebrate tonight as the highlight of their season. This has to be a stepping stone for greater things ahead.
All right, very good. Enjoyed having you with us again. We'll have you on again probably a week from Saturday. In the meantime, Happy New Year to you and your family.
Well, Happy New Year to you, Mike, and hope you had a great holiday with I did miss the radio holiday party. I was sad to miss that. I'm sure that was an outstanding, tremendous amount of fun.
It was.
Just couldn't quite make it this year, but I'm sure there will be many parties ahead that we will make. Definitely a good time of year to be alive, good time of year to be involved in Indiana high school basketball. It was great here tonight, and it'll be great as these next 7 or 8 weeks continue.
All right, here tonight, the Springs Valley Blackhawks win their own holiday tourney. They hold off a hard-charging Paoli team down the stretch, hitting clutch free throws, 11 of 13 for the Rams in the fourth quarter as they hold off Paoli and win for the first time ever their own holiday tourney, 70-67 the final count. The Rams dropped to 8-3 on the year, 5-2 away from home. Their 2-game win streak over the Rams comes to a halt. They were led by Brett Bosley, who had 15, Ty Lawson with 13. They'll be back in action. They'll be back to conference action like Valley will next Friday when they host the Mitchell Blue Jackets. Meanwhile, Christian Tucker, who was 7 for 7 from the line of the fourth quarter, led the way with 28 points off the bench. Connor Nelson chipped in with 15. The Hawks now 9-1 on the year. They keep their home record perfect at 6-0 on the season. They have now won 8 straight. They now are 22-20 all-time on this floor against the Rams. This was also the 91st meeting between these two schools. Paoli still holds the edge in that series at 49-42. And as we said, Hawks in action next Friday at Crawford County. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. Now, by the way, in consolation play earlier tonight, it was Vincent Trevay knocking off Orleans by a final of 50-41. As always, we're grateful to our many advertisers who have allowed us to bring this game into your home, car, business, wherever you might be tuning in. And we're especially appreciative of the cooperation we've received from our participating schools. So we send a thank you to the administration and coaches for both Springs Valley and Paoli High Schools, and certainly Kevin to Athletic Director Jason Russell and his staff. They put on a tremendous tourney, and we really appreciate their hospitality.
Well, I know my son Stephen appreciated the free food down in the hospitality lounge. The Legends restaurant provided that today. All the food down there was tremendous. Those cheese quesadillas, how could you do much better than that? Yesterday there was chicken, there was cheese sticks, there was pizza.
Yeah, it was Valley Marathon last night, Legends tonight.
I mean, the food was just unbelievable. I mean, I don't know where else you'd want to go. I mean, it was like going to a smorgasbord. You came in and it was just had everything you want. This continues to be one of the best ran, best organized, best events in all of Indiana holiday hoops. There's a lot of good events out there. I'm partial to the one over at Odin. I think that's one of the more fun events as well. But this one takes second to none. And obviously appreciate all the work that everybody does to put these kind of events on. I know they're not easy.
Certainly administrators taking time off from their break here to do this. So certainly we are grateful for that. And, of course, we are grateful for you. We hope you've enjoyed tonight's broadcast as much as it has been our pleasure and privilege to bring it to you. And this is our final game of the 2018 portion of the schedule. We'll start 2019 down in Marengo next Friday night as the Blackhawk boys head there to take on the Crawford County Wolfpack. 7:30 the scheduled tip with our broadcast coverage to begin at 7:15. For our studio engineer this evening, Adam Hole, our statistician for tonight's contest, Stephen Solari, and for Kevin Terrell, this is Mike Hamilton, bidding you a fond and pleasant farewell from the Hawks Nest in French Lick, wishing all a very happy and safe New Year, and very prosperous for you in 2019. Once again, the final score on the Fast Eddie's Country Stellar and Deli scoreboard in this championship game of the Springs Valley Tournament. It was the Springs Valley Blackhawks 70, the Paoli Rams 67. This is Springs Valley High School basketball.
You've been listening to coverage of Springs Valley Blackhawk basketball in the Springs Valley Holiday Tournament. Tonight's game has been brought to you by Orange County Quick Lube across from the Walmart in Paoli, Sullivan Financial, Raymond James & Associates Investments, Highway 60 and 9th Street in Mitchell. Smithville now offering DSL service to customers, another way to serve you better. Springs Valley Bank and Trust with offices in French Lick, Paoli, and Jasper. Springs Valley Meadows, formerly Medco, Highway 145, French Lick. Superburger in Paoli. Come experience the best dressed burger in town. Trinkle Group Real Estate in Paoli. Look for the green and gold signs. And by Wolf Contracting just west of Paoli on County Road 275. Springs Valley High School basketball has been a presentation of Q100 Sports. You can best show your appreciation for the broadcast by telling and patronizing our sponsors. You're listening to Q100 WFLQ French Lick.